back to DOF to Glory stream episode, if you want to call it that, number 9. And there is massive news again because, yes, indeedy. I'm not going to start saying that. We have moved from Wigan Athletic to Derby County. We are the new Derby County Director of Football, and we have a new manager. We also have a first game, which of course we're going to have to go and play today. It's against Wigan. For Christ's sake. Yeah, we're now at Derby County. There's a lot of updates. If you weren't here on Friday stream, I think it was. Yeah, it was Friday stream. We were going to finish the January window at Wigan, and then we were going to finish the season for our, I think it was our third season at Wigan. Second or third? Second season maybe at Wigan. With the aim of getting promoted. And if we didn't get promoted, we were going to sack Juan Mata. We were going to go from there. And then we got offered... Well, we got offered first of all. Was it Derby first to begin with, or did we get offered somebody else? We got offered another job, right? The Fulham job, who are bottom of the Premier League. We got offered an interview there. We didn't get the job at Fulham. However, they appointed the Derby County manager, Jack Ross. So the Derby job became available. And so we had a bit of a discussion during the stream of, should we go for it? And we decided that, what does it hurt if we apply for the job and then go to the interview? And then we got an interview. So we did it. And then we got offered... Well, then we got offered the job, didn't we? After that point there, we had an official vote, as seen here. This official vote, if I just move that across to there, was whether or not we accept this job offer. It was the official vote straight... Was it straight after the stream? I think it was. We left it on a cliffhanger, didn't we? After the stream, I said, it's up to you guys. Will we take the job at Derby, or do we go and do we continue and finish the season at Wigan? You guys voted 99 to 20, although it was a little bit less than that when it was actually closed at the midnight, pretty overwhelmingly that we should take the Derby job. And so here we are with the Derby job. There's a couple of the Clayts members there talking. I then said, as you can see, it's been decided that now is the time to take the next step in our DOF career. We have signed in at Derby County. Obviously then, after you guys said we're now horny for the Rams, etc. Obviously, then we needed to appoint a manager, a new head coach, because we're only the director of football. So I came up with 5 shortlisted candidates. You guys have voted on this already. If you're not in the Discord, you need to be, because this is where all of the decisions for the save are actually being made. We need to make sure that you need to make sure you have your voice in this save. Watching man only watched. He doesn't support anyone. He's 7'2" and he struggles to support himself. He does. This is true. In this vote here, although I think I've just messed up my... Hang on a minute. I've messed up something in there, but it's all right. We'll fix it afterwards. In this vote here, well, I gave you the 5, and then I gave you... It was the next day, and then I gave you basically all of yesterday to decide who we're going to appoint as manager. There were 5 candidates. The first was Juan Mata, of course. Obviously, the Wigan head coach, to come in and become our manager, take the next step. He's done FC United. He's done Wigan. Would he then make the move to Derby? I had a feeling that kind of people had moved on a little bit because it was like we were going to sack him anyway, weren't we? So it wasn't going to be him. And then I thought, and a few people I think would agree with me, I thought I presented the favourite here. Arne Slot is manager of Hull City in the game. Hull City are in the Championship, and then they are in 12th place. I thought we were going to appoint Arne Slot, honestly. He's been Liverpool manager, then Forest manager, then Hull manager. He did not win the vote, though, because that vote was not won by Patrick Vieira either, who was our third option, formerly of Leicester. Now, the fun thing with Vieira is that he was the favourite to take over the job at Wigan, and I thought, actually, do you remember Derby used to take all of our targets at whilst we were at Wigan? If we took their manager target as well, I feel like there's a bit of narrative there, and it could be quite fun. However, you guys didn't love this, and he's actually only managed in like top division teams here, but he was willing to take the Wigan job, which is why I decided that it was realistic. Instead, though, Thomas Frank, who is unemployed or was unemployed after being sacked by Bristol City in the Championship, this is why it is a realistic appointment, was your choice, and we have appointed him, and we didn't appoint Wayne Rooney because Wayne Rooney is actually pretty rubbish. And I'm glad that you went ahead of it, away from this, even though I had to put him in the shortlisted people, didn't I? He was always going to be in the shortlist. You went for, as you can see here, you got 5 choices to choose from. You went for, look, with 70 votes compared to Slot in second with 32, to Rooney with 15, then Juan Mata with 13, and Vieira, the least likely, with 9 votes. You went for, not... thank you, Drunken Leprechaun. There's Rooney with some pies. You went for Thomas Frank as our new head coach at Derby County. And that means we go in with Thomas Frank as our head coach. If I go to my staff over here, he is not there. Now, you might be like, what do you mean he's not there? Well, actually, I didn't want to finish the window, but I have got Thomas Frank joining. The only problem is he needs a work permit. So he has signed, but he doesn't join until the 4th of February. So usually, if it wasn't a transfer window, I'd go to the 4th of February in the save. But he's got to get a work permit for some reason. So he's going to miss the rest of the window. But that's okay, because we're the director of football. We're going to have to put one of our staff members or appoint a staff member. And I've got an idea. I wonder if you're going to have the same idea as me for who's going to be our interim staff member. We're going to put somebody in charge to take charge of the games in the meantime. Although for this very first game, it's going to have to be one of these guys. Jake Buxton, he's a former player, right? Yeah, he played for it. It's probably him because he was the caretaker manager. It's not Juan Mata who I was thinking of. And the reason that it's not Juan Mata is that I have gone ahead, as I thought was realistic in the save, and I've instilled Juan Mata as the permanent manager at Wigan. I hope that you like the relevant, like the narrative of that, and I hope you agree with this as a thing. Juan Mata, he was basically the manager, and if we were leaving as director of football, he would still be the manager, wouldn't he? At least until they don't get promoted and then they sack him. So I've actually used the editor to make Juan Mata the real manager at Wigan. They will continue with this team that we built, and Juan Mata will be the manager. Like, they've just signed Max Aarons for like 4 million in League One. They've got Frankie Bishop. Like, look at the team that we built here. It's really quite sad to leave them. But they were struggling a bit. Although right now, they are back up to second. I think they won a game since we left. Or did they? They beat South Shields 4-0. I think, was that since we left or not? It may have been. Either way, they're up to second and in a good spot, actually, to get promoted. The team is still really good. I hope Juan Mata takes them up as well. I really do. They've got good players there. They've got good players that maybe we should think about taking some of them. Is there players in this team that you're like, we should sign him? Like Fode Fofana, for example. Should we sign him to play for us? Maybe. South Shields was our last game. I thought it was. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, Frankie Bishop, do we sign him permanently from West Brom? Probably not. He's way too much money. I mean, Chido Obi Martin, should we try and get him permanently? Fode Fofana could be a good signing, actually, couldn't he? I do think we need to think about this as a few little options here. That has been all of the narrative. My thought for interim manager was actually not Wayne Rooney. Although Wayne Rooney, would he come in as a coach? He's a manager, so I'm not sure he would. No, he wouldn't. My thought was, do we go and steal Joe Allen? He's an under-18s coach at Wigan. He's been with us at FC United and then Wigan. I know you can't see it underneath me here, look. His history in the game is with us at both teams. We'd probably want to bring him in as a coach anyway, right? Do we put him in charge until the 4th of February? That's my thinking. Look at those attributes. No, that is a fair point. It's a very fair point. How you doing, Tom? Welcome in. Ben, thank you very much for pre-ordering with my code. By the way, if you want to pre-order FC... No, that's not, I mean, you can. To be fair, actually, that is true. If you want to order FC 26, if you use code Clayts, that still works if you buy it off Fanatical, but that's not the point I'm making. If you want to pre-order FM26 with my code, I do get a little kickback and you get a big discount. So it's win-win. Give it bucks until the 4th. Okay, we'll give it bucks until the 4th. Do we appoint... Can we appoint Joe Allen anyway as a coach, please? Even as an under-18s coach, because I'd like to do that. I feel like we should get someone who plays Frank's system. Now, that might be tricky. Frank, by the way, to be frank, does play a 4-2-3-1 in-game with DM. So this is something we will need to think about a little bit. as I've done my due diligence, because, you know, taking a job, you have to do your research. I have done a little bit of research about which players I want to keep. Do you know what? Is Josh McEachran available to come in? Is he a little bit better because he's been a manager? Because Josh McEachran could work. I like that, Zach. Trying out the demo, quite overwhelming. What demo are you trying out? For FIFA? Because I did actually play it. I started using the 10 hours, and then I didn't like. I couldn't really be asked to go and start playing squad battles, so I kind of stopped. Where is Josh McEachran? How do you spell this man's name? Muck-Eck. It's like that, isn't it? There you go. He's an unemployed assistant manager. We might be able to get him, you know, as a coach. We could give it Josh if he's any good. Would he like to be a coach? Let's give him a bit more money. Am I still a peasant? Otto, you're not a peasant. I mean, you weren't last month, but Otto, you are not a peasant. 16 months. Legend. Chat, can we get some emotes for Otto? Also, Lloydie before that. Appreciate you guys with the resubs. Very kind. Ex-Derby. He is an ex-Derby. Is he? No, Josh McEachran's not an ex. That's actually a great point. Jeff Hendrick is a really good point. I actually considered him as a one of our options as for somebody to come in and be the manager, and then I was like, he's not been a manager. He's been an under-18s coach at FC United, but I do like the idea of bringing him in. He plays 5-2-3, but let's at least bring him into the club and bring back all the boys, right? Where has Josh been since we left? Josh has been, he was manager at, I think, Darlington, right? And then he got sacked. Yeah, he was an actual manager at Darlington because he was one of the shortlisted managers for Wigan when we went there, but yeah, Darlington not quite good enough, really. And then he also got sacked. He plays 4-4-2, which isn't ridiculously different, really, in all of different ways. How are FC United doing? They're 11th in League 2. They finished... Where did they finish? They finished 14th, and then that was when we got them promoted. So they finished 14th in whatever season that was. So not amazing, really, as I can hear Jack. Can you hear him crying? I don't know if you can hear that. You can hear him crying in the other room. No. Singing that about your baby is hilarious. It would have been funny if Wayne Rooney was manager, as he's one of the main reasons Derby got relegated from the Championship. He was, yeah. But I also don't want to get relegated. So we're bringing in Thomas Frank. Jeff Hendrick, what a player he was for Ireland. What a player he was for FC United, I think you'll find. Is there anyone else that we had on our staff at either of those clubs that could fit to come in and be our interim manager? Hendrick is there now. Glenn Whelan is there. No, not really, looking at that. That doesn't make me think. Jeff Hendrick's on the under-18s. What about Wigan? Was there any other staff members that we need to bring with us? I don't think it was. I think it was more the -15 for being in administration. I mean, that didn't help either, did it? That's actually true. Staff at Wigan. Did we bring any of these boys in? Joe Allen, obviously, is down there. I actually don't really recognise any of these other names, so... Matty James. Is that the, like, Leicester Matty James? It is. I know what I've remembered him from Leicester, where he was there. He's actually there ages, wasn't he? Fair enough. Maybe in the under-18s? No. That included the under-18s. All right. I think we should go with those. Yeah, what is Buxton's preferred shape? Let's see. I think we give it to Josh unless we go with Jake for those days. Jake's going to have to do the first game in. It's 4-3-3. That's quite close, isn't it? Where is Colo Torre? Great question, isn't it? I think we give it Jake. That's 4-3-3 under there, by the way. It's 4-3-3 DM wide for first and second preferred formations. He's pretty good. He's got a pro license. Let's give it Jake until the 4th. And then Jake, and it could be maybe a combination of Jake and Josh when Josh gets here. How does that sound? I like that as an idea. Right. Other thing that I'd like to show you is this squad. And by the way, just to show you as well, this is where I was filtering by... As I was going through the squad, let me put all the positions back on. It's a big squad because we know it's a big squad because they took all of our players that we wanted to sign. If I sort these by positions, there are 4 keepers in the first team squad. We're going to have to do a bit of trimming down and working out where everything is because there's too many players here and I don't like a big squad anyway. And to be honest, I don't like players that already play for the team when I take control. I like to make my entire team of my own players. So... that's what we'll probably end up it's probably what we will end up doing. But for now, we're in a position where it's the 22nd of January, so we don't really have time for that. Any cracking new gens? There is one cracking new gen that I like the look of. Job Chettle is a centre-back. that I think looks quite good for them, who is a Derby player, who has a bit of potential, I think. He's the one. What I have done is it's because I can't put the tactic in because we want whoever is the manager, well, Frank, when he comes in, to play his own system. So I can't really show you the squad. So what I've done is I've put the squad onto the tactics board, and I'm hoping that when I open this up here, it should show you the players that I actually like. The objective for this season for us is actually, the in-game objective is to finish mid-table. Our own objective is probably to try and get promoted. I think we should go for promotion. If we just miss it, I don't think it's the end of the world because we'll build for next year. I'd like to be in the playoffs, really. They're in 4th position. They're in 5th now, actually. They're in a really good spot, though, so we'll go from there. Frank's preferred in-game is 4-2-3-1. At least playoffs, I think, is yeah, that's the obvious one. This, though, is what I wanted to show you. Not that. That's not it. Tactics. That's not it. That's my in behind the scenes of the stream. How do I do this then? Is there another window? There probably is. This is what I wanted to show. No. There it is. This is what I wanted to show you. These are the players that I like so far. I think we've got a good keeper. He's called Boyce Clark. And we'll have a look at these players in the game afterwards. I actually quite like the defence, although we don't have a right back. Ongwene as a backup. I actually quite like the defence. We've got that new gen I just showed you called Chettle. We've got Nico O'Reilly at left back, who I think is really quite good. We've got Reece Williams and Jerome Ongwene as 2 centre-back options. And I quite like them. And then for the rest of the team, there's not really many other ones that I like too much. There is Mario Lemina, but he's not a starter. But we did try and sign him, and I want to keep him because he's a bit of experience, and I quite like him as a player. So he's going to be on our bench, but he's not really good enough to start. There's loads of midfielders, like defensive midfielders, that could play. I just don't really think any of them are amazing, and the vibe, you know the vibes. It's the vibes. We've got Min Hyuk as the left winger. He's the one who's is he at Portsmouth, I think, right now? Is he on loan from... Is that the one who's on loan from Spurs? But it is that one. Yeah, Nico could be a defensive midfield option, or even I don't know if he's got any. I don't know if Nico can play defensive midfield. He can play attacking midfield, but I don't know if he can play in game. I don't know if he's got familiarity there. But yeah, Min Hyuk is pretty good, although he's on loan. Mark Gui is very good as a striker option, and he's actually playing here permanently now, so he's pretty good. We've got Hindolo Mustafa as a number 10, who is all right, but not great. But basically, I was like, we need to sign a right back, 2 defensive midfielders, and a right winger to have an 11 that I'd be generally happy with. And then from there, it would give us a lot of players that we can sell. Let me show you the team in game now that you know that. Because, like, look how big this squad is. I mean, I like the one keeper. We've got Harry Evans. We've got Jack Thompson, who's 22, and we've got Bailey Hall, who's 22. Basically, out of these, I need to put one of them. I don't want that many, so let's put you in the 21s. It is Reece Williams. Yes, it is him. It's great that Derby took all your transfer targets. Playing 4D chess. Exactly. That's kind of what we were doing, right? Cut the midfield down. There's so many. There are so many, and I don't like any of them, is basically it. So do I go ruthless and try and sell players here? We've got about 13 million to spend, which is a good place to be. You know, it's a good start. I've also made an offer to loan George Alexandra from Manchester United because he was available, and I thought actually that one makes sense, even just for the narrative. It's like 8k a week or something just to pay his wages to get George Alexandra in. I think he's actually gonna be good. United have signed him, so I think he'll be a signing that we should do anyway. So that's one thing that I've got going. I haven't actually tried to appoint anybody else yet, look, except for staff. David, thank you very much for the 3 months. Appreciate you. As long as it doesn't go the other way now that you're at Derby and Wigan take your targets. I mean, maybe it will. But just to go through, look, that means that I don't like Jake. Let's go through the players, actually. In defence, Reece Williams I like. Harry Jones, he's 5'11". He's a right back slash... He's just a very rubbish right back who's already transfer listed. Like, he's not very good. So, let's get rid of him. I don't know if we're even going to be able to get rid of him, but let's offer him out and transfer list him. Like, he's no good. Can you put the link to the tactics board you use as a command, please? I can. For now, though, it's James Alcott's one. If you put JLA tactics board in, And actually, can someone DM Alcott and say, I need to get a commission, please? And do that as well. Because I use it on, just say, Clayts uses it on stream all the time. Can he get some type of commission? So if someone could do that, that'd be great. Jake Rooney is Wayne Rooney's cousin. Is he actually? I mean, yeah, he is. Because look at him. That is true. We could keep Jake Rooney as a backup, even though I think he's pretty poor. Are you not Alcott? No. That is true. Like, I was going to say, is he actually his cousin? Then you look at his face and you're like, yes, he is. Is there a way to watch Friday's stream that I missed? Yeah, of course there is, Reese. Go on YouTube. The streams are all on YouTube. They are all there. They're probably on Twitch as well, to be honest. You just go back and watch it. But yes, on YouTube, you can watch it. I don't know where you can watch it. There you go. We don't keep Jake as Wayne isn't the coach. This is true. He does look exactly like Wayne Rooney, doesn't he? So, yeah, we've got a decision to do with him. He's wanted, though, and it could be... It's only on a loan, but we could make some money there, is the thing. And I don't love him. And if we get George Alexander in, do we need him, is the question. Harry Jones, did I just offer him out? Because he's now wanted, even though he didn't get any interest from the initial intermediary that I just did. Yeah, Everton Wayne Rooney is who he looks like, doesn't he? Yeah, for sure. Let me just pull up the YouTube chat so I can see it. Currently, I cannot. You're at Derby, you bringing Matter and Bishop with you. Holmesy? Probably not. Well, no, we're not bringing Matter with us. We did a vote and it's Thomas Frank. Frankie Bishop is a question. Whether we try and get him at some point. He's still on loan at Wigan until the end of the season, so we probably can't. But yeah, we will... We'll have to talk about that probably at the end of the season, though. Refusing to watch this now and saving up for later in the evening. Do you know what, Emil? That's absolutely fine. All good. I feel it's not Stream Elements. It might be Nightbot. Is it? Should I try and log back into Nightbot and just see if that helps? Because it might just be that I need to log in again. Try it now because it says it's online. Which one is not working? YouTube... It might be Stream Elements. If Leone set them up, it's probably Stream Elements. Let me log into Stream Elements again as well. Because my Stream Elements like plugin has disappeared as well, so it's probably that. Update your details. Yep, that's fine. Try it now. It might be like on a timer anyway now, but I'm logged in now, so try it now maybe. No good? No. I don't know why. Oh no, Pav, that one just worked. That's Stream Elements. So Stream Elements is working. Maybe the YouTube one's on a cooldown or something. Can I do it? I don't know why I'm going to do this. Can I do it? Because I'm... No. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, could you please make sure that you are liking the stream? It actually really does help. We've got... How many likes right now? 17. I reckon we can get 100. As there's over 100 of you watching. Please do like the stream. It actually does help. What's Adam Ida doing in this save? He's in your squad too. I want to get rid of him, but let's continue. Let's go down the squad and just basically make a decision on who we're keeping, who we're selling. So Jake Rooney, right now, I'm going to say backup centre-back. Let's hold on to him. Matt Clark, 32 years old. Not very good. Is he like some type of legend here or something that I'm missing? He's played a lot of games for them, but I don't know... I kind of want to sell him. Like, do they love him or anything like that? Let me just check. He's favoured personnel. He's played a lot this season, yeah. He's pretty rubbish, though. Is that Zealand? That's mean. That's me. I think I'm going to sell him. Let's see. He won't be happy with this, but there's... Oh, he's injured. Current injury status. Is he? Oh, come on. Okay, he's... He did damage... Right, he damaged his spine. New manager's come in. He's got a broken spine. The new manager's come in and tried to sell him immediately. That's yeah, that's me. Don't want to disrupt too much. I mean, I already have. Right, there we go. £2 million. Let's sell him. Kick a man while he's hunched. Great way of saying it. Brilliant. Right, so he's gone. Nyambi, we're going to have to keep hold of Nyambi at least for now. He's our only real right back, and he's okay. The Namibian Orion Nyambi. So we'll keep him for now. I haven't added him to my tactics board because I'm like, eventually, he's 31. He's got massive value. I don't look at him and think he's amazing, but I suppose he's all right, isn't he? Decent championship player. Yeah, you're probably right. So we'll keep Nyambi as our right back. And on Gwenny, I'll keep Jez Davies. I don't know why I said Davies like that. Jez Davis is listed already by the former management. That tells me he's probably not going to be that good. Can also play He can also, yeah, defensive midfielder. We don't have loads of them. How many games has he played this year? 4. Get rid. If we get a bid. Get rid if we get a bid. So there's no bids there. None from the intermediary. Let's just see if anyone comes in for him. Can play right back. Can he? He can play right back. That's true, yes. I don't think he's very good, though. He's a file player, is he? File mentioned never played for you. Great. Nico O'Reilly, look, can't play defensive midfielder, can play as a 10. But I think he's going to be our left back because I think it makes sense. He's young, he's English, he's 23, he's got loads of value. He's going to be our left back, I think. I think we could train him to play DM, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I think we just stick with what he's always sort of been, even though he doesn't have great physicals for it, does it? But in the Championship, I think Nico O'Reilly as our left back's pretty good. It does mean that Callum Scanlon is pretty awful. And I think we will probably sell Callum Scanlon. Callum Scanlon. Do we think you can cross as well? This is true. Are they DMs in Frank's system? Yeah. So it says DMs on his thing. I know you can't see it on here. How can I go to Thomas Frank here? It's DM AM wide. You can't see it there, but it is DMs. Yes, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, look, 4231 DM AM wide. So it will be DMs. I did check that. So Callum Scanlon, I think we try and sell. And I know this is quite ruthless, but we need to clear out the squad. It gives us more wages. It means that we can actually bring players in. Yeah, he's a left back then. Yeah, agreed. We've got this guy on loan as a left back. I don't know if I can cancel it. I can cancel it, which the only reason I would do so is if we found a really good loan player to bring in. For now, I think he should be our backup left back. Because he's pretty good. He's young, he's English. But if we could bring in a really good loan, let's cancel him and bring in another one. But I think he's a pretty good, like, loanee player. I think signing him permanently wouldn't be the worst thing. Are we paying for it? We are paying, no, just his 3,000 wages. Well, 3,000 towards his wages. So it's pretty cheap as well. So I think we keep him. I agree, but I'm just saying, like, there's an option there. If we wanted to get a really good loanee player in, we could get rid of him, but I think we probably want to keep him, don't we? Breezy! Thank you for the 60 chat. 60 months, by the way. 60 months. That is outrageous. Appreciate you. We've then got this guy called Harry Hawkins, who's pretty rubbish. I'm going to put him into the under-21 squad, and I mean, I'll probably try and sell him as well, but let's see. He's just not very good. That thins the squad a bit. Right back in DM, we've got Billy Mitchell off of EastEnders. That is 5 years. What a guy. Breezy knows one of my favourite humans. I don't leave him alone when I see him in real life. Delayed decision for B and C at the end of the window. Yeah, exactly. Lovely hair, Billy. Yeah, it is lovely hair from Billy. Played a lot, big value. Massive value. Played loads of games for us. 29 games already this season. I think he's a bit meh, but I think it's a little bit maybe overreacting to try and get rid of him immediately. Up the J2O, exactly. Chat, last time we were at Sports Interactive's offices, me and Tom decided to try and drink. So this is a story. When you go, like, at SI's offices, it's like free drinks, obviously, because it's in their offices. They've got fridges, they've got drinks in. J2Os, they've got loads of them. And a free J2O, they are expensive. Is a J2O. Very high in sugar is what we found. So Tom and I decided to try and drink. They did a present. We tried to drink as many as possible. I feel like this is not under NDA. Is it? Not sure. But we drank as many. The last time we were there, many years ago, at some point, actually, let me retract some of that story. Me and Tom, when we were somewhere unknown, on an unknown date in the past, Tom and I tried to drink as many J2Os as possible. Quick, lawyer up. Yeah, I got a little thing in the ear then saying, no, I think that's all fine. But yeah, don't do that. I think the quote, what was the quote, Breezy, that I said? There was something that really summed up how I felt after trying to drink about 6 or 7 J2Os in about a couple of hours. Is this when you floored Tom? Let's say yes to that question. There you go. My blood feels fizzy. Don't try and do it. Drink carefully. What's the saying? Drink carefully, kids. Don't drink 6 or 7 J2Os, okay? Is this going on YouTube? Come on, you Rams. It's on YouTube right now, Daffers. We are live streaming that. Drink responsibly. That's the one, yeah. It's not drink carefully, is it? Drink carefully means don't spill your drink. Having a fizzy... You're such a lightweight. You got drunk on J2O. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Cream crackered, yeah. But did you drive afterwards? No. No, don't worry. BLS, thank you for the 56 months. That's nearly 5 years. Because... drink carefully too. Drink responsibly, otherwise you'll spill your beer. I am an old man. Right, Billy Mitchell. He's in EastEnders. He's staying at Derby County, I think, is the way to go. Just Google J2O and got the Chengdu J20 fighter jet. It wasn't those. Also, don't drink beer if you're a kid. That's also good advice. Mario Lamina. I'm going to keep him. He's pretty rubbish, but I like the fact that we've got Mario Lamina, even though he's got a cold at the moment. So we'll keep him. Andrew Moran. Has there ever been a more boring name than Andrew Moran? Sorry, Andrew, if you're watching. But look at that fringe. That's basic. I could do that hair, I reckon. It's not quite long enough. Andrew Moran. Okay. What was the facial expression from Mario? I missed it. Should I do an impression of all of the players? Don't go too far. No. Andrew Moran. 25. Slightly concerned that I haven't changed that as well. I actually quite like him, but being a sub. He's a fringe player. I'm just going to see if there's any interest. There isn't right now. I reckon we sell him if there's loans. We could loan him. Sack him for the haircut alone. Moran had a quiff like a badger. I don't know what that means. He's a decent backup. He's a right backup, yeah. We haven't really got players, but I'm wondering do we loan him? For is that money we get if we... Wigan want him. Perfect. Let's ship him out to Wigan. Then we've got Osman Bakari he's our only real right winger, but he's also a loan. I would like to get another right winger and then possibly cancel this loan if we get enough players to play there. He's very quick, so he's probably going to be quite good for us. He doesn't really have much else going for him, but he is very quick. So for now, he's probably our starting right winger. And then it gets into attacking midfielders and strikers. Finazaz, one of our backup strikers. I don't think he's very good. He's transfer listed already. I think we should sell him. Nobody wants to buy him. Birmingham are interested, so we can get a bid from Birmingham. Let's sell him. Corey Blackett-Taylor, 31. Already transfer listed. 45k. Let's sell him. I'm Pav at this stage, aren't I, the way I'm selling these players? He's very quick. Get him out. Yep. Was it fringe player as well? Nice pun. Good. Yeah, that's good, actually, because of his fringe from before. I like that. Wanya Marcel from Portugal. Massive value. Imagine we could sell some of these players for some of this money. Has he started many games this game? Okay, no. He started 7. And he's valued at 10 million. Imagine he's an under 20 international. He's not very good, right? Yes, Pav would... There'd be no players before the stream started if this was Pav. But yes. I don't know if there's any interest in him. There is. Loan to buys. 6.6 million. I mean, goodbye. Let's get those offers. Can I see if the intermediaries get any? Well, okay, 1.2 million if we do the intermediary offers. That's actually not that bad. Even though, hopefully, if I do this, do we still get the loan offer? Because I don't mind loaning him out if it's a loan to buy. I just worry that the loan to buy will be an optional. I worry that this transfer value is way too high and this is more like it. Although I'd like somewhere sort of 4 to... Maybe we could do a bit of a thing. I'd do the bottom one. Why? Because because it's continental agent or transfer loan. Can sometimes negotiate optional to mandatory. We can, yeah. Why would you do the bottom one? Because of the 3.1, you mean? I see, but I wonder if that's going to be a loan. Would you do that one? I was tempted to just do this top one, but... All right, I'm going to trust you. Continental and high value. Okay, I'm going to do that. Because it might bring these teams in, basically. The Portuguese teams that want him. You can get loan and transfer offerings. That's what that means. Yeah, I don't know if it means... I don't know if that, basically in this context, if that just means it's going to be a loan, though, is kind of the thing. But we'll see. Let's just go through. There's 5 players left. Connor Smith, number 10, already listed. This is what I mean. Their squad's so big that they've got loads of players that they don't want anyway. Be lovely to get 500k for him. I'm absolutely fine with that. He can go. I like Hindolo Mustafa. I think he's a decent number 10. He's played lots of games. I think he wants a new deal. He's actually only started 10 games this season, but maybe they don't play with a 10 at the moment. It might be the thing. That would explain it, wouldn't it? Dr. Benji said he will never drink a J2O again because of you and Tom have spoilt the illusion of a J2O. Yeah, fair enough. I love that. Like, it's been discussed already on different streams. I don't think he's top level at this point. I keep. That's kind of how I feel as well. And he was the best one of the number 10s we've got, I think. This is No, that's Yang Min Hyuk, who is on loan from Spurs. I think he's actually got quite nice attributes in lots of places. Okay pace acceleration, really good dribbling and stuff. I think he's a good option on the left-hand side. Right-footed cutting in on that side, I think kind of makes sense. What flavour of J2O did you get drunk on? All of them. All of them. They had, I think, 3 flavours, although the mango one was sort of hidden, and we found it in a cupboard and put some in the fridge. But all of them, yeah. Yeah, we don't discriminate on the flavours. David Hurst is 18. He's a new gen, who actually looks like he might be quite good. I think we should keep hold of him. Maybe loan him. Maybe to get the squad down a little bit. But he looks like he could be all right. I might just offer him out for loan. Loan to Wigan would be great, wouldn't it? Yeah. And then we've got Adam Ida and Mark Guillen. Now, I actually think as a 2 striker options, Adam Ida as the backup at 6'3" is probably quite good and would score goals in the game. But I'm a bit bored if we don't sign a striker because that's the fun thing to do. And I think we have to keep Mark Guillen because I think he's really good. That is not a championship striker, is it? And he's already scored 15 in 28. And he was here on loan, look, earlier in his career, which is quite fun. Hurst looks better than your current backups. I'd use him as a sub. Hurst, is he the... He does, yeah. I think he'll be... Yeah, you're right, actually. It depends if we sign someone, though, Josh. Because if we sign a new 10, which, let's be honest, I'm going to try to because it's fun. Gui's literally your top goal scorer. Yeah. So we'll keep Gui. How would you say his name, by the way? He's also 5'3", David Hurst. Yeah, and it's a boring name. Quite like an artist. I think we try and sell Ida, honestly. He doesn't start. 1 start this year. Signed on a free. Could have massive value. I think we start... I think it's Guiu. Mark Guiu. Should we make our own version up? I think FM25 got cancelled because they didn't have their J2Os. Yeah, I mean, they've spent way too much money on J2Os. I will say that. I will also say, we told Miles about our plan to drink as many J2Os as possible. And to me, that is hilarious. Miles came over and he's like, what are you doing? We're like, oh, we're trying to drink as many of your J2Os as possible. And he went, all right, fair enough. He was like, well, like, that's funny. Right. For the right price, I'd sell, but I wouldn't be overly annoyed if he stayed. I agree. If we can get like 6 million for him, though, can you actually imagine that? That's really funny. Right, let's see what his agent says. Oh. Okay. I mean, Rangers want to buy him as a former Celtic player. That's fun. It's a loan to buy for about £8 million. That would be glorious. 8 million would be so good. Let's also see. It's all about the loans on the intermediary, so I'm not going to do that yet. Let's wait for this Rangers offer. I think what we do is maybe for a couple of days... see what we can get in, and then we'll go from there. Rangers be funny. Yeah, exactly. You were the reason FM25 got cancelled. They ran out of J2O. I mean, listen, I wouldn't like to speculate on such a thing, all right? Confirmed an FM26 player injured, upset stomach, drank too many J2Os. Blood is fizzy. Yeah. Did you get the fee now with the loan to buy? I don't know if we do get the fee now, but even then, I'm not too upset with that. I don't know, actually. Do you get the fee now with the loan to buy? If it's mandatory, maybe. I don't know. Definitely not if it's optional. Gaza! 17 months. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. All right. If it's mandatory, you do. That was I thought so as well. Because it basically is done. But yeah, we'll see. I did, of course, as per usual, I did also do some scouting, chat. I told you I did my job in between my jobs, if that makes sense. I've been getting something if it's optional. Have you? Is it like a bit... I don't know. That's interesting. That's interesting. It goes into the transfer budget, but not balance, I believe. That would make sense. They let you spend it, but the club literally haven't actually got it, have they? Do you know who I'd love to sign? Elliot Matazzo. I like him a lot, but he's 26 million. Why is he 26 million? Anyway, I've done some scouting. These are the players that I have identified as options for this January window based on me just scouting around, seeing who was interested in signing for us. They're quite good. There's some really good players on here. Rayan Cherki is interested in joining. The only problem is that he's on £62,000 per week. He's playing for Wolves in the Premier League, but also not playing for Wolves in the Premier League. He has started no games this year. So, do we go and try and sign Rayan Cherki for pretty big money? The answer is probably yes, because I know me, and I also, by proxy, know you. So yes, FM prices for players is crazy and obscene. I mean, we're in 2028 and on an really old database, aren't we? So it's one of those. Frankie Bishop should be a priority. I mean, there is that, isn't there? The only problem with him is he's still on loan and he's worth 25 million or up to 25 million. So it's not sure it's going to happen. Right back. Let's just go through these players, actually. It really does depend on wages at that much, doesn't it? Right back. We're in the exact same situation we were in when we signed Max Aarons for Wigan. What I'd really like to do is sign Max Aarons for Derby, but we can't. The list of right backs is basically the same list as it was when we were looking at Wigan. James Hill or nobody. Exactly, Ollie. We could go and sign James Hill. However, I may be thinking Polarola now might be the way to go. I think he'd just be solid. He's listed. But I'm also not really particularly moved by him. I'm wondering if we just go with Nyambi until the end of the season. Because I don't think he's amazing, to be honest. Maybe we could do a little loan. A little loan now that we've got a few more loan spots available. We've got 3 players on loan. And I believe in the Championship you can have 5 in the squad still, right? Let me just check it for you. Squad registration... Loan rules. Maximum of 4 players allowed on long-term loans at the same club. From the same club. That's fine. Where's this? It's in squad rules, isn't it? Maximum of 6 players over the age of 22 allowed out on loan. Maximum of 2 players over the age of 23 allowed on long-term loan in a season from the same club. So that's not really that different. Where's the squad rules? That's what I need. Match rules. Okay, the match squad must have no more than 4 loan players from the same club and no more than 5 loan players in total. So we've got 3. We could get 2 more loans in still. And if we did a loan right back, there might actually be a better loan right back than Polarola. I wonder if we look at that actually, because he was the only right back that I found. So work permit would not fail to get. Let's look at any loan right backs. Did that do right back? Yes. That's matchday squad. It should be matchday squad. Yeah. If you change his name to Polaroid. Right. Rule Walters isn't a terrible shout, actually. Let me go to a doubtful on here as well. Pedro Lima. Right, there's a Barcelona 19-year-old there who would come on loan to us. Who's very quick. Activate the spy in Wigan to see who they've shortlisted. That's smart. When Joe Allen gets here, we'll ask him for his knowledge. Need to see more. We really do, don't we? Let's scout him. Angle should be good. I mean, he's at Barcelona. There's an Atletico Madrid one here who's wanted by Brentford and Fulham for 4.8 million. Probably solid. He's a real player, actually. Has played for Atletico, look. Not loads, obviously. They signed him for nearly 20 million. That's interesting. Again, we haven't got the full report on him, but just until the end of the season, 31k. I wonder what they want in terms of a wage. Let's just check. They want 25k. It's a lot of money. He played a lot for Celta. I'd imagine this guy's very good, though. Would be my guess. Just until the end of the season. 6 mil a game, that is what they pay for him. Yeah, weird, isn't it? Wigan are still in League One, Wojtinho. Yeah, it's basically the exact... From yesterday, we haven't moved on yet. The Barca players played 7 times for them, so should have some potential. That's true. Right back isn't a priority in my opinion, so we can wait. I agree. I am not going to make this offer now. Sardella is quite good, or has been. Rule Waters. Is any of these on lower wages? Miguel Angel, the Barca player, is on low wages as well, which is tempting. Let's wait and see what he can do when we've scouted him. But I think I'm just going to add him to our shortlist. I think for some reason, because he's Barcelona and he's played for Barcelona, I think he might be that he's got under 21 caps for Spain as well, look. Even though we haven't scouted him, for me, he feels like a good option for this. Could be cheap. It's kind of trendy. I kind of like that as an option. 5 goals and 36 for the B team. Really? Yeah, he might have played higher up the pitch, potentially. Can we bring back Morgan Whittaker? I think he was available, actually. So potentially, yeah. Back to my shortlist. We have then got Yassin Ayari, scored a goal yesterday. He's quite expensive, but we could, if we wanted a new DM, we could do a structured deal, especially if we get money in for, say, Adam Eder. I think that'd be a lovely little signing, Yassin Ayari, to come and play for us. He's on 31k a week. Can't defend, but who can't defend? Ayari. He can. Why can't he? He's got good... he looks pretty... I mean, we can't see all of it here. I think he can defend. And he can play everywhere. I do like Ayari. Fabian Hurtzler's favourite player. I can see why, though. He's a very, Hurtzler type of player. I can see why. How bad was the keeping for his goal yesterday, by the way? So bad. Anyway, I think if we could get 4 million now and in future, you have thoughts. Do you not like him? Do you not like him? Fair enough. I like him. Rayan Cherki, I wonder if he's a priority, because I do kind of think that's a sexy signing, isn't he? And then there's Rokas Pukstas, who is brilliant and quite cheap. In fact, very cheap. 1.7 million. The reason that we need to think about him now, could he come in and be our DM? He's really good, isn't he? For 1.7 mil, 1.4 mil even. Should we just sign him and then just worry about everything else later? Let's just pull the... I thought that might be the answer. It's a lot of wages, though. Can we get his wages down a little bit? American boy, yes. Who's the gaffer? I missed it. Our gaffer is Thomas Frank. A defensive midfielder who can't defend. Who are you talking about? Yassin Ayari. He can defend. Absolutely fine. Are you allowed to lock in a player into position? No. I don't even pick a tactic. That's how hands-off we're being with that. Check on Shadow Striker is saucy. Yeah, I don't know what he'd use him as, but yes. All right. What's the rest of your squad on? That's a good question. Most wages, to be fair, Nico O'Reilly's on 34. It's around our top earners. Nyambi's on 34k. If we can get... look at that. Marcel goes out for 23. Matt Clark I've tried to sell. Billy Mitchell we're keeping. Moran I've tried to sell. Azaz I've tried to sell. There's a lot of wages being freed up here. 11 tackling is absolutely fine in the championship for a DM. Absolutely fine. Not the most important attribute by any stretch. Have you played Football Manager 2024? Maybe they'll do 1.4 like Derby did. We'll do 1.7 just to give them their money, because it really doesn't make that much difference to us, does it? He could be that option, then it won't be the highest earner. Yeah, we have 50 million to spend. We do. I think we go for Pukstas and we worry about other things later. I'm very tempted, by the way. If we can bring his wages down, alongside him, here's a man who can defend. Czech Decore is available. Transfer listed. 3.3 million. Is that not just a solid championship signing? You met the Barca kid. Got you, Ollie. Yeah, right. But flying fullbacks, though, I'm not too worried about tackling on those guys. And also, we have... Could you see? Was it a max of 11, was it, or something? I didn't see it, but yeah. I think this... The only problem is his wages. So I wonder... We could maybe try and do... They're an issue, aren't they? We could maybe do, selling team wage input or something. Let's just see what he'd actually want. Do you know what? He's come down already to 38k. Slightly higher fee and selling wage. Yeah. We could maybe still do that, but he actually only wants 34k. What's your review of the Merseyside Derby? Liverpool electric first half. They've got, I think it's a new squad thing where they do seize up a little bit at 2-0. And then they are running out of legs a little bit. I think it's a fitness thing. I think they were knackered from Wednesday, and I think they've not got their... I think it's part of the reason we're not getting injuries, but I think it's a fitness thing, is that they're running out of legs a little bit. and there's a bit of a mental thing now because it's happened so many times. I actually thought they defended really well. They sit back on 2-0 too often, but also when they've not, they got slated for it for not sitting back on 2-0 at Bournemouth, and now it's become a mental thing. I actually think it was an absolutely fine game. It's a Merseyside derby that I think people forget about. They'd got themselves a lead. They sat back in and defended really well, and I was absolutely fine about it. Thoughts on stoppage time? I don't know why it was so little, but also you're not allowed to complain about stoppage time, because when I complain about it, I get called all sorts of names. But yeah, it was weird. It was weird. I don't know why it was only 3. But then again, I wish they had played more. Isak was about to score his first Liverpool goal. Liverpool on the break, 4 versus 2 when the whistle went. So do you know what? Play more stoppage time. Disgusting. Yeah, Grealish was really good. I will set it in the Discord, and people didn't like this, but Discord was Grealish was brilliant, but also didn't actually create much. I know he's involved in their goal by it's a good ball into the back post and it sets up their goal, but in terms of actual other output, he didn't really do all that much, and that's because Liverpool actually defended it really well. Bradley did brilliantly against him, but he was also really good, and that both can be true. I've made this argument loads of times that it's not always one player is brilliant, the other is rubbish. But yeah, I thought he was really good, but at the same time, I thought Liverpool were quite good against him. What about the Dewsbury Hall yellow? I assume the refs told him if he does it again or something. I don't know. It's a weird one. I think that, or he's told. I think they took a quick one and they stopped it before that, and I think he must have said, "Do it again, you're going to get a booking." Because if you think about, there was a time where they took a quick free kick and he made them come back and do it again. So I don't think it's as wild as people are saying it is, because I think they in the context. But yeah, it seems mean, but also it made no difference to the game. So I don't know why people are that upset about it. I think it was something he said. It could have been something he said afterwards, but I don't know. It seemed like he got booked for taking the free kick quick, but who cares, really? Let's go for Czech Decore. Let's do it. 3.3 mil. If I do, I'm just going to do it. I was going to say, if I go pay a bit more and get them to pay some wages, but I might just do. That's actually not that bad, is it? That's way less. No, it's not. They wanted 3.3. Let's just give them 3.3. Ekatiko was brilliant, I thought. Yeah. I think even though the players are mega, the change of players seems like Liverpool are still figuring things out. I think so, yeah. I think that's normal, though. Yes, it is. And what a place. What a time to be alive. Can't wait for it. I'm very excited. I'm actually quite excited for the Bournemouth. It's Bournemouth Newcastle as well, isn't it? I'm quite excited for that game too. We should mic up the players like they do in the NBA. We should not do that. That's a terrible idea. Ren, I think it is. A lot of the defending, I know that the Atletico game, this is my thoughts on Liverpool. Don't get me started. But the Atletico game, Liverpool defended really well. The 2 goals both come from individual players switching off. Now, I know that those 2 things are a bit counterintuitive. As a squad, as a team, the setup was really good in that game. Gakpo switches off for one of them, and Gakpo's involved in the other. But weirdly, things have completely switched for Liverpool now. Trent doesn't play for us, and now everything gets aimed down the left-hand side instead of the right. It's weird, isn't it? That's weird. But I actually think I'm really not as concerned as a lot of people are. Now, I know that people's heads fall off with football. It's the way that the world is these days. And obviously also people who don't support Liverpool only sort of see the headlines and don't watch everything. And you go in with these narratives in your mind about the things that are going to go. And then things play into that. I'm actually pretty excited for when this team clicks properly. And I think it is just a case of it clicking a bit more. I think they're getting better every game. And I think that's a scary proposition. Are you going to do a watch along? No. Watch alongs are so boring, man. Watch alongs are I'm going to be forced to talk about a game now that I'm watching that I just want to watch type of thing. I don't think we'll do many watch alongs on this channel. Unless it's part of a 24-hour stream or something like that. No. Verts hate's very weird to me. Yeah, but I get it as well. I think I've been frustrated with the Verts hate. And we talked about this on Friday, actually, because I kind of get it. If that was another player who played for another team who'd signed for 100 million, I think I'd probably be playing into the narrative and the discourse as well. So I don't blame people for it, but I just wish that there's people who I'm that's not very good from you because you don't mean that. And I'm he's actually been fine. Like, he's actually been very good in spells, and he's made us be very good in spells. Like, there's no... And also, I was thinking this yesterday. Football's a silly game anyway. It is, yeah. Verts for 100 million, and it is 100 million, by the way. Now, I know that this is going to annoy people, but I think it's 116 if we win the next 4 Champions Leagues or something ridiculous like that. I'm the same person who led with Marpouche. Exactly. So it is swings and roundabouts. It's exactly that. 100 million for Florian Wirtz. Like, keep the same energy then with like other... Like, how much did Benjamin Sesko end up going for? Benjamin Sesko got hooked at half-time yesterday against 10 men. I know that they went down to 10, so it's obviously that. But against 10 men, do you know how many passes Benjamin Sesko completed yesterday? 3. I'm pretty sure it was. 3. Like, how much... Like, the difference between 80 million and 100 million in today's football world, like... I don't know. It's just football discourse, though. It's rubbish. It's football Twitter. We'd be like, just watch the games, right? Well, it's been good. People are forgetting it's been 5 games and he's adapted into a new league. We've done this discussion, but yes, I agree. Going down my list, people like to hate on Liverpool bad is a thing. Same thing, though. Like, Arsenal bad for me. It's football discourse, isn't it? Wolves fan here. You reckon we're going down? Yeah. Obviously. No, I think they're really struggling. And you've given him a new contract. So, like, what's gone on there? I think Wolves and West Ham, it doesn't look good. West Ham at least can change the manager. Yeah, it's not looking great, is it? I'd be much more scared of Sesko being bad than Wirtz because United, for sure, right? Sesko's a striker, Wirtz isn't a striker. Most strikers have bad passing. That's not the point I'm making, though, Berger, is it? It's not the pass. That's not the point I'm making. You've misconstrued deliberately what I've said. Hang on a minute. You've just said above that message. I should probably not even bother replying. The message above is Liverpool is the worst team in the Prem. Real Championship team. Man United is the best team in the Prem. Yeah, we're doomed. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Sanchez. What is he doing? I actually really liked Maresca's. Maresca going, it's better just to let them score. Maybe Enzo. But also, why did you have a complete meltdown when you went down to 10 men? What did you do? Did you bid for Czech Decore? I did, yeah. We've bid for Puckstash and Decore. I've bid for already. It probably means we don't need Ayari, to be honest. But maybe playing... He could play further forward, so maybe both, but we'll see. Other players. Kamaldeen Sulemania is transfer listed for £4.9 million. Could be an option to play on one of our wings. I'm a bit worried he's not very good, though, is the problem. But he is very quick, so there is that one. He massively panicked, didn't he? Massively panicked. I'm slightly more optimistic about Leeds, but not much. I mean, you should be, I think. Leeds have been all right. Like, all of the promoted teams have been pretty good, to be honest. I don't really get why Maresca panicked as much as he did. I get, like, taking one off and, like, dropping in. I don't think he needed to go to a 5. It's Manchester United. Like, what are you so scared of? Stay as a 4. Do a 4-4-1 or something. Like, what? Like, going into a 5 immediately, I just don't know what that does to a team's like they're like, we're doomed now, we're not going to win. And then he took off all their players that could possibly get them back in the game. It was really odd. Like, I always talk about make it about Liverpool, but Liverpool went down to 10 at St James's, didn't do that, defended well, won the game from 1-0 down. Like when Darwin scored those 2 goals. That's how you go down to 10 men. Yeah, the Palmer being slightly injured really didn't help him at all, no. But he also probably knew that Palmer was carrying an injury when he did those subs. And I think the fact it was Cole Palmer meant that he didn't take him off. But even then, it's like, I don't think he definitely didn't need to take both of them off before that, did he? He'd already chosen to turtle, exactly, yeah. Anyway, Kamaldeen Sulemania, I'm kind of I have had a look at Facundo Farias, who's available. We need to scout him, but I think I thought I did do a scout report. Much cheaper wages to come in and play as our 10. I don't know if he's any good, though, looking at those attributes there, but we'll see. But Facundo Farias as our 10, I like it. Dantas is available on a free, by the way. We've signed him previously. I think he's got rubbish physicals. Well, he's definitely got rubbish physicals. Could we easily played 4-4-1 with Esteval Neto left wing, Palmer right wing? Definitely. And then what? And then Palmer gets injured and you take him off one of the others, right? Bring Andre Santos on then if you wanted to. Like, it was panic. And I think Enzo Maresca is that type of manager that thinks he can... Garnacho, there you go. Bring Garnacho on. Yeah, exactly. He could have... I think he overthinks stuff. He's very Pep. And I think Pep might have done something like this in this situation, but he's not quite Pep. And I think he's a good manager, Enzo Maresca. But I think there was a lot of that about it. They had Gittins on the bench as well, yeah. Farris not very versatile as a squad player, so should be very good if we do sign him. Yeah, I agree with that. Let's... I think I've scouted you. I haven't. Let's scout Dantas and see if he's worth signing on a free. Then that's the right back. And then Frankie Bishop is the final player. I don't know, but we could have a little option. He's actually good. Frankie Bishop's really good. Yeah, why doesn't he rate Gittins already? Like, that's a lot of money they've spent on him. And he's not used him in that type of moment. Seems weird to me, yeah. I was there and was surprised what they did. Also, not sure how they didn't get another red. I had to go and... I was in the car after, so I was listening to it and missed bits. Why should they have got another red? Just out of curiosity, is Darwin gettable for this Derby thing? That'd be good, wouldn't it? That was good. I love Darwin as well, but yeah, no, I'm sort of... Ekatiko is such a ridiculous upgrade already. He plays Tyreek George more than Gittins. They were actively trying to sell. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's really weird. Really weird. I could try and take over the loan deal. Are you sure you want to try and take over Frankie Bishop's loan contract? I mean, I'm going to try. Or do we leave him? Quick vibe check. Do we leave Frankie at Wigan with Juan for the rest of the season? Or do we try and take him? I'm actually kind of leaning towards leaving him there. And then we can try and sign him for next season, maybe. But I'm kind of intrigued to see how Juan Mata does for the rest of this season. I don't know. He's decent, but feels too much. I feel like we should move on. At least give him a chance away from us, maybe. Sign him, leave him. Oh, my word. This is going to be a poll. Let's do a poll. I'm going to have to do the poll on Twitch, I'm afraid, YouTube viewers. So if you want to chip in, you need to tell me with your words. Frankie, they might say no. Try to loan. Leave him be. Those are your options. I don't know why I've done really weird capitalization in that, but let's do that. Leave if he doesn't play, get him out. Yeah, that's true. Let Mata have him for the season, see how he does. No. Do the poll then, chat. Don't make it a draw. Leave him there, bring him in, bring him in. I mean, it's very 50-50. Like, actually 50-50. He's ditched Hatter already as well after one bad game. I thought Hatter must be injured, the fact that he's not used him loads. They're such a weird team. Why don't they get as much grief? Chelsea seem like immune from criticism. And, like, they are, like... They're awful, man. They're an awful club. Sorry, Chelsea fans. But in terms of, like, treatment of, like how can you let this... the way they get away with signing players, they're just never using them. Or, like, using them for a bit. They're so weird, aren't they? No one cares about Chelsea. Maybe it's because they don't care. Does the manager actually have a say in transfers? It doesn't seem like he does. It doesn't, does it? Or at least... they ignore him a lot of the time. How you doing, Mike? Hello, long-time viewer of your content. First time catching your stream. Mike, appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. Spent 2 billion on mainly nothing. I know. I whenever you see that, you see a Chelsea lineup in like 2 billion later, and this is what they've ended up with. It's a weird one. Do you think they're a better club than Spurs? No. But then that's a very subjective question, isn't it? Right. The poll says we should leave him be. At the moment. So, I think for now, I'm going to leave him be. We'll see what the actual answer is. We can come back to that. And that's the end of our transfer stuff. I think we wait for now to see who we sell. We sign the 2 DMs. We'll keep our right back on the go. Maybe sign the Barcelona right back. And then we go from there. What I need to now go and do is go to Matchday Touchline. I need to give all of this to Jake Buxton for now, don't I? For this point. Let's confirm that. Is there anything else that I need to do? Tactics, opposition instructions, Jake, team selection, Jake. I need to just make sure that Jake takes over everything else, don't I? I think at the moment it just seems like they're buying to sell. Yeah, it's a business, maybe. Maybe it's the business. It's a very loaded question. It was, wasn't it? Chelsea are good for football media because they make up about 80% of every transfer window. This is very true, yeah. Immune, I think they received stick when the Bowley started. Yeah, maybe. No, yeah, okay. Immune is maybe not the right word. They've had stick, but I feel like they've sort of ridden the wave a little bit and seen it out, and now they kind of like, yeah, it's Chelsea. They're just weird. Whereas actually I feel like they deserve a bit more stick, to be honest. But Maybe that, again, football agendas are going to football agenda, aren't they? I don't want to do those. I didn't even save that, did I? Having to save on every screen on here is annoying as well, isn't it? Handles team selections, that Jake Buxton. Right. Let's go and play Wigan. Should we watch? I think we have to watch this game, don't we? We have to go and watch us play our former team. So, watching man is back. Matta takes charge at Wigan, officially. We have to go and watch this game now. Why is that like that? That's weird. Let's send us on holiday. We're going to pop over to Mauritius for a day. Let's go and see. Is it now? Yeah, it is today. Let's go and see how Jake Buxton's Rams do against our former team Wigan, and then we'll get back to some transfer stuff. I guess they have, but a pretty strict wage structure from what I understand, do they? Buxton win rate as a manager is rather poor. Might want to reconsider the choice. Too late! We're in the game. Let's find out how we do. Bring him in. How's everyone? I'm good, thank you, Jack. How are you? I don't know how we signed so many players, but our backline's still Yeah, but it's kind of true, isn't it? It's a weird one. I guess they've had injuries like Fofana and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. Which expiring contracts? That's actually true, Holmesy. We should have a look at that, shouldn't we? That's not even a 4-3-3. What's he gone for? I missed that then. He's gone for a 4... It is a 4-3-3. It is a 4-3-3. That's what a 4-3-3 looks like in FM. It'll be 4-3-3 DM AM... DM wide, it'll be called, something like that. Oh, that's Wigan. Oh, balls. That's Wigan. I'm looking at the wrong team. I'm so used to looking at the Wigan team. Yeah, we're playing 4-4-2. What are you doing, Jake? I guess he wanted Ida and Gooey up front, maybe. No, yeah, you're completely... Sorry, everyone. That was me being an idiot because we've managed these for so long. It's quite nice to see our team, isn't it? Fofana, Obi Martin, Bishop, Duomo, Sidibe, McConnell, Raquelme, Kakonki, Leone, Aarons. We signed Leone. Can we try and sign Giovanni Leone for Derby, by the way? I'd quite like that. Change the sides. Yeah, nah, it's all right. I'll be fine. Is this FA Cup? Yeah, it's FA Cup. Our team then is Boyce Clark. He's gone for Rooney and Chettle. That means he hasn't gone for Nico O'Reilly, which is odd. He hasn't gone for Reece Williams or Onguene. He's gone for Rooney instead. Sousa starts left back. He has gone for Yang Min Hyuk, Bakari, Mitchell and Thompson. Who the heck is Thompson? Who's that? I didn't even... Did we even look at him? I think they do rotate a lot with the cup, don't they? So I do think they probably are rotating a bit here. But yeah, Ida and Gooey up front. Look, it's been a while, but I cannot stress how much I enjoyed watching the Catanzaro rebuild. We'll do that again in FM26 for sure. That was probably the most successful... Well, it is the most successful series that we did with FM24, and it got so much love, so we'll definitely do that for 26, yeah. Could it also be preferred attacking or defensive? That's true. That is true. Although I think, yeah, maybe he's gone defensive and this is his defensive one. That series was so much fun as well. And do you know what the best thing about that series was? Was that it was so easy to make because it was just boots and all recording. Like, I'd record 2-hour videos because it was... Everything was in there. It wasn't like I had to, like, edit it down or anything. It was just play the game... record it, and yeah, it was good. It was really good. Also financially very good because it was massive long episodes with loads of views on them. So yeah, I like the Moneyball series too. Do it for FM26. Moneyball is what I will say, and this is probably going to be the case with if say like we do a Catanzaro type video series again. Moneyball 1 with Spurs, amazing views, popped off. Moneyball 2 with Paris FC, really good views, not as many. Moneyball 3 with Brent who we do it last with the 100-year one with Birmingham. Good views, dropped off a little bit more. So it's one of those. Same with anything like that we've done before. It's just the first one catches the imagination of like maybe just a wider audience, and then YouTube serves these ones up to your audience, which is great. And you like the feedback's always really good, but it just doesn't do as well. So I'm constantly trying to think of like new things to do as well, because that's the way that the game works. Like it seems, but it's so nice to have now. We've got like basically a load of different series that we can go and do. We can do a Moneyball one. We can do a DOF one. We can do a youth only one. We can do like there's all these different series that we can now go and do. We've scored, Mark Dewey. Yeah, the Brentford Moneyball one. That's loads of people's favourites. But I think we can kind of do that. And a part of it is FM24 just being gone on for so long. Like imagine a youth only save now. I'm just hope like that's what I want. I want there to be hype around those things. The German Turkish save was really good fun. Yeah, that was just a one-off one though, wasn't it? But yeah, Glory Hunter. I mean, I've never done a Glory Hunter, which to me feels like now that everyone's done a Glory Hunter, it doesn't feel like I'm copying Ben by doing a Glory Hunter because sort of everyone's done it and I've never done one, so maybe type of thing. Like, and I'd probably do it in a slightly different way in terms of how you actually structure the videos. I'd do like super long videos and you'd quite quickly go through parts of it. Like I did the same with the same thing with the Pentagon. Our Pentagon, really good views, and we could go and do another Pentagon. That was so much fun as well. Barrett Rangers was good fun, wasn't it? I'm so proud of some of the like adventures we've been on for 24. I know that you've had like an extended time to go and do them, but if you think of some like banger series that we've done on YouTube this year, it's really cool. I think we've not done as well with Twitch though. I think this has helped, but again, it's sort of towards the end of the cycle, which has meant that I could do more streams on this, to be honest. But this has been good fun. I think the way that we've done this has been good fun as well. But yeah, I think we've done some cool stuff. Do a save where you take a non-league club to the Prem. Did you just make that up? That's a great idea. I think I've done that. Weymouth save was good fun as well. The new Den striker, yeah, with our boy. I think I've still got that here. Look, there he is, Scotty Lucas. Look, that is cool though. That like their actual supplier sent me an actual kit with Scotty Lucas on the back. That was good fun. That was really good. Yeah, Scotty Lucas, what a boy. I think DOF save is a really good idea. I've tried it, but I struggle with sales. How have you found that? Well, I mean, we'll see. This window here, we're going to do a lot of sales. Yeah, Turkish Munchen was the Turkish one, yeah. But yeah, go check it out. I mean, all of them are still on YouTube. That's the thing as well, that if people haven't watched them, you can. They've scored, by the way. Fofana into... It's come back out to... Who scored it? Raquelme scored it. Look, one of our signings. Lovely. I mean, they're all our signings at this team, aren't they? By the way, could you maybe click on manager on touchline to see who's technically in charge for this? For us or for them? It should be Matter, but I will check, yeah. Yeah, I should actually check that it is Jake Buxton, because maybe... Yeah, that's actually a good point. Maybe it's not Buxton, and that's why it's 442. Please do F to Glory on FM26. Out. Put it out earlier in the year. Yeah, do we like it as a concept? What I will hopefully be able to do as well, by the way, is turn this save into one long video before FM26 comes out. It might not happen because it depends where we get to with the save, but that's sort of my idea, because we've got all of this content and I've got all of these saves. It could easily become a one-off video as well. It is a fun video. It is a fun concept. Right. I can't actually click on them in the game. I don't know if you can click on the managers. Do you think FM26 is worth buying? Yeah. I'll tell you for why. It's been 2023 is when FM24 came out. So yes, I think it is worth buying. Is there a way that I can find out who the... Oh, no, I can. That's one Matter. I can click on it here. I just can't... I can click on Matter, but I can't click on... I can click on all the subs. I can't click on who our manager is. It looks like Jake Buxton. Why can't I click on him then? That's weird. It's one of the nameless lads. Oh, God, he's got no name. I mean, it's working. We're winning. Guy and Rooney. Rooney scored. I didn't notice that. That's fun. Oh, good look. Matter's having a meltdown again. He's put Duomo right wing. He's doing his weird stuff that he does. Is he bald? If yes, probably Jake Buxton, yeah. Zoom in to see his face. Right, what about now? Can I click on you now? No. Why is that? Is that because Watching Man doesn't know who he is? Like, maybe? Oh, yeah, Stefan. Yeah, we're the DOF, not the manager. That is true. When you do it the other way around and you leave everything to a DOF, I've done those saves before. They make such silly signings. They don't sell people and they just sign. I did one with... Who was I? I did a DOF only save with... It was a red team. Southampton, when they were in the Prem. Oh, the cam's gone off. One sec. And he just signed right backs. Loads and loads of right backs. Kept signing right backs. I'm just fixing the cam. One sec. That should, I'm going to open the window as well. That should come back on now. Are we good? Thoughts on the United game yesterday? Thank God for Chelsea keeping Amorim in a job. I mean, yeah, that is true. Right, I'm going to open the window because it gets too hot behind my PC, I think. Yeah, it was one of the first YouTube series, that Southampton save. It was. When the window's open, there's a bit of a breeze and it is much better, but yeah. Got to get a Campani kit for Catanzaro. Do you know what? I've got the Catanzaro kit. I wish I had Campani or somebody on the back of it, but I've got the Catanzaro kit at least as like a little memoriam. I'd like to do you know what I should do? I should make sure I go through and get a kit from each of my saves. And then the ones should be there because I like these little like nostalgic chats about them. But I should make sure I get kits. To be fair, surprise kits. If you want to get cool kits, surprise kits are very good at sending kits. That they're like, do you want any specific ones? Because for saves and stuff, I usually just say like a normal surprise box. But I should probably ask them, shouldn't I? Yeah, I did one with and the DOF didn't re-sign anyone. They're not great. Like the AI, it's just FMAI, which I think it's better to be the DOF instead. What kit would you get for this save? That's a great question. I'd like to get we need to make proper kits for Derby, by the way, because this isn't even right. I will update the kits, but maybe at the end of this season, perhaps. I was promised the battle of the 4-3-3s. I was lied to. You were, Miles. Yeah, it was a lie. I don't know why you went with a 4-4-2. I don't know. It's also impossible to see. Can I see who the manager was on here or anything? I don't think you will be able to, will you? Also, what's happened there? That's not my fixtures. Is it? Let me import a view and make it. That's better. That's more familiar, isn't it? Maybe FC United with Bishop on the back. That would make more sense, actually, yeah. You love the Brighton Mad Chairman video. I need to do more of those. Yeah, they were really... J2 as a sponsor, that's good. That was a really fun video. Right, we are back in the job then. We need to wait for maybe George Alexandra to sign. And then we're waiting on the signings of... Where are our bids? Oh, no. They cancelled them because I went on holiday for a day. I think we might be in the mud. They're not going to talk to us now, are they? Why does it do that? Why does it just straight up cancel them? Why doesn't it like... it's so annoying. Nah. I think we have to cop for it, don't we? But that is a problem with these saves. Like, I went on holiday for a day, and that's when we get the response for this. I need to think about that in the future. They're not going to talk to us now for maybe a week. Is it my holiday setting? Possibly. Right, we've got a bid for... I'm going to let Callum Scanlon go just for any money, I think. When I go on holiday, can I put anything like that? Reject or... No, it doesn't do anything for, for signing players. I could probably make it... I could go to responsibilities and get the other guys to do it, but it's one of those. Holidaying is always a bad idea. Well, it's kind of important when you're doing a DOF save, isn't it, Chris? How you doing, by the way? I hope you're good. Kind of unavoidable in this save. Right, I guess we just have to cop for it a little bit. They rejected a bid from us, even though that's ridiculous. I will offer more. He's gone to 1.9 million now. I don't think he's going to talk to us, and he's probably going to choose another team, isn't he? This is going to be terrible. It's gone terribly. Right, there's the loan off. Where's my... Did they accept the bid or do anything with the Decore bid? No. Right, let's go through these and do them properly. Reload save? Nah, I'm not going to do that. It's okay. We'll cop for it. It's fine. Jez Davies loan. I keep saying Davies. That must be really annoying. They'll pay most of it. Can you pay all of his wages? Let's pay all of his wages, guaranteed. Play him as an important player, and I'm sort of okay with that. That's 5k. Do you know what? Let's go with that as well. I'm going to let him go. Now, this bid, is it mandatory? It is an optional fee of 8 million. And you get 155k a week. So you get 850k out of this. They're going to pay his wages. That's what the heck? That's 16 million if they sign him. But they're just not going to sign him for 16 million, are they? And I can't make it mandatory. It could cost you a big signing, but it is one of those, isn't it? I like just don't go on holiday, I guess, is the way to fix it. But oh well. I guess we have to accept this, even for the 12k off the wages now, and try and sign a striker. But because we could sign Cherky. I know he's not a striker, but we could sign Cherky with that money. He's only going to be a squad player. Why would they sign him? It is a lot of wages as well, with the chance to get 16 million in. I'm going to accept it, and we'll see. Connor Smith, 500k there, and that one is actually... Let's see if they'll do 675. Let's see if we can get an auction going with Connor Smith for 625k. What's his actual value? 700k on there. Let's offer you out for... Let's do 800 and see if anyone comes in with that. And we'll see if we get a bit of an auction going. Maybe get the guy from Wigan now. The guy from Wigan. Chido Obi Martin. He's on loan. So I mean, we could maybe take the loan over. That could work. Or do you mean Frankie? These sort of loan offers usually go through in my experience. Do they actually? Optional ones? I would say the opposite, but I don't know if I'm right. So I'm going to choose to trust you. Joe, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it 14 minutes ago. Thank you for the 42 months. I appreciate you, dude, if you're still here. Sorry, I didn't read that out. Or maybe I did and I forget, but yeah. All right, we've got optional fees here for Marcel. Now, we want wages as the main thing here. There's an 80% wage offer there with the option for, wow, 13.5 million if he goes. And they pay 18k a week. Like, we have to accept this one. I think the other options, there's 100... How much is that in the total as well? 1.2 million just for the loan as well. I don't think the others are going to be anywhere near as good. Good offer. Way less in wages from Casapia. Same for Pachos de Ferreira. Santa Clara is 20%. Slightly less, actually. So reject that one as well. Yeah, we'll check expiring contracts. That's 10% as well. I'll just check the Estoril Prior one because that's 70% with... Okay, it's not slightly more. So yeah, let's accept Boa Vista and see what happens there. Finazaz offer 600k. He's on 16k a week. Do I just say yes? Or do I try and negotiate this a little bit? I don't want them to cancel it, to be honest. Your DOF would only sign centre mids. I did try and use the squad builder, which helps slightly. Yeah, using the squad planner gives them a bit more. You can see. And also, the other thing to do, Stefan, is to do change the preferred playing time or the promised playing time of players. So that if you don't have any key players in a position, they might more like to sign players there. But there's not loads you can do. It's just the AI, isn't it? I try to game the AI if I can by making the offer mandatory after 5 games so I can get the transfer budget soon. Yeah, I could offer that out, but it was non-negotiable, wasn't it? The whole thing, so I probably couldn't. By the way, chat, 72 likes. You can definitely get to 100 likes on YouTube. 239 people watching. You're on 72. I'm just saying, you can do that. You just got my surprise shirt for FM26. Got Fiorentina. That's a nice one. Fiorentina's shirts are great. Balls. Damn it. I shouldn't have negotiated. I should have just accepted. It wasn't even worth it for what I got. All right, I'll offer him out for less. Right, Andrew Moran. Big wages saved. Does it become permanent? 205k to become permanent. That doesn't seem like very much, does it? Optional fee of 82k. That seems really low. But I'm also kind of like... willing to just let him go because of the wages. I think I'm going to do that. Those loans with high optionals rarely go through. Yeah, so the other person said they usually go through, so we'll see, I suppose. I'm going to accept it. I know that that's probably not a good financial decision, but it's one of those. Right, we've got big bids here. There could be an auction for Matty Clark. 1.7 million is the biggest. So let's... 20% future sale. Yeah, it's one of those. Let's reject the others and offer out Matty Clark for 2 million. And then hopefully we also then lose the intermediary fee as well, which is the way that usually goes, isn't it? Let's see if we can get an auction going with him. It's going to be a selling We've only got 7 days until the window closes as well. I tried that by negotiating their offer. Not possible for you here. Yeah. No, it's a smart thing to do, though. We've also then got Jez. Did I not accept that one? Oh, no, let's reject that one. It's less wages. And I've got another one for Master. I didn't reject the Vittoria one. So that's that. Let me just offer him out for 10 million in the meantime, because there was 16 million or so, 13 million they were going for, like, event after the loan. Let's just see. I really messed up on one of them, didn't I? Okay, Puckstass will talk. All right, this is fine. I don't know why, because we messed this up before, but Puckstass will actually still talk to us. This is good. I mean, it's cost us an extra 200k, but this is all right. Is that this season or is that next season? What year are we in now? That's next year. I think that's all right as a promise. And the reason I'm going to keep the promise in, although usually promises never use them because they are annoying. I think that's actually if we don't, we've got problems anyway. And I think it might bring his wages down to what he said before. And we were worried that his wages were going to be too high. So on this occasion, I'm going to keep promises in. I'm going to keep Stepping Stone in as well, yeah. Because I'm hoping I can put this quite high. Like, if we sold him for 31 million, I think I'm okay. And it's only for Prem teams anyway. So, yeah, I'm actually going to bring that down to bring his wages down a bit if I can. To 25 and bring this down to 30. Because once I put in a relegation and a non-promotion of also 20. I'd sell for 20, honestly. This guy's got high patience as well, so we can do a bit more negotiating. If we put that in, that also might mean he comes down in wages. How many caps for the USA has he got? He has got 1 cap. I think I'm going to remove that. And I'm going to put that up. What's the hardest FM save you made and succeeded, or just achievement? I think Catanzaro. Because it is just so reliant on luck. And it took a long time. And we did struggle a lot of seasons in Serie A. It's probably Catanzaro. I think that's, for a really good player, I think that's a very decent wage. We're going to hopefully save wages. It doesn't even make him the top earner. It's on a 3-year contract. I mean, we'll sell him for 23 million if we don't get promoted. I think I'm all right with that for a player that we're signing for 1.9 million. He's got no future fee or anything in the deal or anything either. I think I'm okay with that. I think that's a good bit of negotiating. Hey, Andre Lucas, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for the brand new primer. Love a brand new primer. By the way, chat, if you want to subscribe to me, I'd love you forever and forevermore, which is the same thing. You can use your prime here as well, because it's sort of, if you've got it and it's not being used, use it, innit? If you get promoted, does that release clause expire? Yes. So does the other one, because we don't have teams above us then either. Matt Clark would like to go to Cagliari. Sure. If they offer 4.7 million, brother. That goes to show maybe his value's a little bit low from what I was doing before. No offers at that price. What did I offer him out for? Was it 2 mil? Because we've accepted a bid at... we've accepted a bid for 1.7. Let's try it for that. Couldn't wait to start the save, so I'm hoping my new FM24 save goes across to FM26. Any news on that? It will. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it somewhere. I think it's been either leaked or it was confirmed somewhere, but it will. You'll be able to play your 24 saves on 26. As far as I know. And I genuinely, that's confirmed. I'm going to say, I don't think that's an NDA thing from me, because I actually don't know the answer. I'm not, I'm pretty sure I've seen it, and I'm pretty sure it's true. It's been confirmed. And 23 saves. Yeah, there you go. You can. So don't worry about it. If you want to start a save now, start it. Yeah, there was a little line in there, something that was like brand new technology to convert the saves to the new format and stuff. I remember seeing it. Yeah, it's true. Probably have bugs in it, but also the game will be, I was drunk on J2O when they told me that. But do you think the database will be affected, sort of thing? No, it'll be it won't have the new database in it because you're playing on this database, if that makes sense. So if you start it now, all of the updated player attributes and all of that stuff and who plays for who will be the same as what you're playing right now. but it will be in the new game. So you'll have the new UI and you'll have the new match graphics and things like that. But everything like that, everything that is to do with your save will be the same. So you still might want to wait because you might want to have Ray and Cherky playing for Man City. I don't know why that specifically, but you get what I'm saying. It will be for FN25 and FN26. They confirmed it. Maybe they confirmed it for 25 and therefore 26 as well, but yes. Right. I'm not going to convince him to go because there's no point. Doucouré offered, accepted, and he will talk. Right, good. Let's see if we can get him down on his contract a little bit. 41k is hefty. If we could do 33, I think I'd be a little bit more, also very patient. I think I'd be more comfortable with that, which means I will probably put some release clauses in there. I'll put you this up a little bit because it's the basic wage and not being able to use it on other players that I'm worried about, not necessarily spending the money. That can stay. I'm going to do a minimum fee for higher divisions. I'm going to do a relegation release clause, and I'm going to do a non-promotion release clause. What do you think his value will go to? 30 mil? You can go for free if we get relegated. Non-promoted, you can go for 20 mil. I think, again, getting 20 million in to spend, I'm absolutely on board with it. Do you reckon he'll go for that? 37k. So it has brought it down. Let's try and get to 34 because that's where we had our boy. That's where Puckstash was, right? I know he's on 30k, but it's about, that's like top earner amount, isn't it? So maybe if I go like 27 and 18 here and put up this and give you a bigger signing on fee. Are they removing any leagues in FN26? Not that I know of, no. They've added quite a few. Not that I know of. And also, remember, any leagues... The leagues thing, great, etc. But they get modded in quite quickly, right? And I still think there'll be people who can create databases for the game. I'm not 100% sure, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. Will Saudi be added? I think so. I would guess so. It's a big league in the world of football. However you feel or however Sports Interactive feel about Saudi... I think it'd be silly not to be adding that as a league if they whether it's licensed or not, it'll be in the game type of thing is how I think. Right, if we don't get promoted, you can go for 15 mil. If you go for 34k. Yeah, they've got massive players there, exactly, yeah. You're pretty much there anyway, Stefan. Yeah, fair enough. I think that's okay for Czech Doucouré. As long as they come in and pay mad fees to my players, I don't care. I mean, they do. I actually kind of don't want them to do that anymore. All I get in YouTube comments is like, it's just easy because you're selling all the players to Saudi. I'm like, well, I'm not going to be able to sell the players to anybody else because Saudi exists in the game. So when Saudi offer more money, I'm not going to accept another bid. And also, other teams don't bid because Saudi teams have bid instead. Like, it's taken the places of teams that have bid. So I can't just not sell them to Saudi. If the game's doing it, not me. You're just selling all your players to Saudi. Yeah. Like real life. You knobhead. Sorry. So I've gone it. Sorry. The comments don't even... I'm not even bothered. I'm not even flustered. It's fine. They don't even get to me. I ignore them mainly. Mainly ignore them. Right. Czech Doucouré coming in. That's a good start if we get those three. Sorry I mentioned Saudi. It's all good. I'm relaxed. I'm fine. Cool. It does cheapen it a bit, but it's what happens in real life. Yeah, exactly. But that's what I mean. I don't want it to happen. But also, there's nothing you can do about it, is there? All right, mate. Chill out. You chill out. I'm fine. I'm chilled. Right. More... Oh, hello. Not very much money. Wasn't the loan potentially going to go to 13 million for Wanya Marcel? Or we bite the bullet now and sell him for 2 million? I feel like we should just keep the loan going, right? It's a bit of a risk that we don't end up selling him. But what if we get promoted? If we get promoted, we'll sell him for way more anyway, right? This loan bid is way better. 6 million, 6.75 million, or 2 million. I think I'm going to take the loan, I think. I'm going to reject all of these. Although, are these any good? No, optional fees are 1.4 million. I'm going to respond to all offers and reject them. Intermediary, you failed me there. It's not bad, but it failed me a little bit. Right, we've got money coming in now, and I've signed 2 midfielders. Is there somebody else? Do I need a striker? Not really. How did we get the scout report on Mikael Angel? Ah, do you know what? I'm signing him. We've not got the full thing, but he's valued at 26 million and he's really quick. Let's sign him. Good impression of everyone there, yeah. I think we sign him. He's going to be very quick. The only problem is that I think they might want a hefty... We might need to wait till deadline day. No. Okay, let's sign him. Can I sign him till next season? I can't even do it. Like, let's get this guy in as our right back. Mikael Angel, that answers that question. He's our right back. What other players do I need? We've got 2 DMs coming in. He's from La Masia, yeah. We don't have a right winger. That was the one, wasn't it? How many loans now? I think that only takes us to 4 loans, right? Yeah, 4 loans, and if we need to, we could cancel one of these. So, fine. Let's look at a right winger. Oh. Okay. He's 40 million. But what about a loan of Luis Guilherme? And you guys know how much I love Luis Guilherme if you watched the Journeyman save. You definitely... Oh, yeah. We're getting George as a loan CB. So that would be 5. The thing is, if we loan Luis Guilherme, we could cancel the other guy. Let me just check I can. I can cancel the loan of Bakari. And then bring in Luis Guilherme on loan. Let me just check what his wages would be. But I think we pay a fair old whack. Let's loan him for the season. Thank you very much. Luis Guilherme in. Ukbari out. That's a new right winger. Shall I try and sign Ryan Cherky? That'd be amazing. Luis Guilherme in behind our striker of Mark Guille. Tyreek George is there. Tyler Dibbling. These players interested in signing for us is great. Even if we can't sign them because they're too expensive. But there's good players willing to join us here. Jacob Murphy's there very cheap. Well, quite old, but still. Let's have a look at Cherky. 8 million to me feels like a bargain. Is that a release clause? Not sure. What would his wage be? Potsy! 53 to 69. It's quite a lot. One sec, chat. I just need to let the dog out. Are you hungry now, are you? Okay. How you doing, Potsy? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you and your raiders for coming in and joining us. Frank might play Guilherme right wing as that's what you promised. I mean, that's where we wanted to play him, wasn't it? Greenest? That's where I wanted to play him. So that's fine. He'll play him as a winger maybe because that's what I promised, but I think they also do ignore that anyway. So I think it'll be fine. Ryan, will you bring your wages down? No. Do we break our... Thanks for doing the shout out. Appreciate you, Ollie. You did it manually as well. What a guy. Do we break our wage structure to try and bring Ryan Cherky in? He's only 25 and could play for us in the Prem. All good, thank you, Potsy. We're debating signing Ryan Cherky for Championship team Derby County. What about a loan? Well, I think we've maybe done too many loans, but we could actually do that. I think it's too much. What if we did... Here's a plan. 5 mil now. We're getting money in, remember, because we're selling a few players. 5 mil now, 5 mil in the future. Asked for a selling team percentage of 31k. And did this. Paid a little bit more, but less now. And they paid us some of the wages. Does that change your opinion on this? Even think about it. How much is left on his contract? Because that's how long they pay it for, right? He's got another year and a half. I kind of think that might be quite fun, and it could be the difference between us getting promoted or not. And then once we go up to the Prem, we can then afford wages. I think we've done a little masterclass there. That could be a little masterclass. That means... On our team, I might hold back a little bit so that we can kind of see where we're at a little bit with signings and stuff. Marcel would like to go, but I've said you can go already. The finances weren't right. If they offer 14 million, you can go. Fine. They've accepted our loan offer. They've accepted our loan offer there. Cherky bid accepted. Let's see what this is like, because he wants between 53 and 69, but they're going to pay 31k. So what does that mean? I'm going to leave this in there as well, because I think it might make a big difference in this. 34k. If I do, that's because they're topping it up with 30k. If we can get him on 30k for us, I might have to accept that he might go for 17 million. But even if he goes for 17 million, we actually turned a profit on him. It's not the end of the world, is it? I slightly up that fee. This one, if I can, let's try and make that 25, 20. Let's keep that 20 if we can, and then also give him more money in these places. Again, I'm not scared of paying the money to him. I'm scared of using up our wage budget. Because ultimately, we want to get promoted, and then at that point, once you're in the Premier League, the money is ridiculous that it kind of all works out in the end. So appearance fees, I'm happy for these to be pretty big. I just don't want the overall, the general money here to be high, because it means you can't pay it to other players, basically. Just sign him on deadline day for Villa because you mentioned him. Nice. If we go up, surely that becomes null and void clause. Yeah, it does. It does. Like, that isn't a thing if we get promoted. If we don't get promoted, there might be teams circling, but we'll see. We could also do, it's the exact same thing, by the way, but he will quite like to have it in there, 20 million as a non-promotion release clause. How patient? Quite patient. Didn't love that. That's gone up. That's because I put this up a bit, isn't it? Let's put that back down to 17.5. It was about 17.5, right? I think we're going to have to go back down to that to get him to come in. Non-promotion is any league. Yeah, but if we go, is it to any league? Yeah, but we're in the league below, aren't we? Name our contract for a name our player. I'm all right with these things. Overall, that's not much higher, although I am thinking that I did want to get it at 34. Can I just do the original offer, please? Can we go to that? We're close. We're close to an agreement. Let's do it. For 35k, they're going to pay him 31. If we go up and we go to the Prem, like, maybe if we don't get promoted at the end of next season, there might be a problem where we've got a player on 61k. That's then a problem. But 35k right now isn't even our highest earner. There is a £1.9 million signing on fee, by the way. That's big money. But it is also Ray and Cherky to come and play in the Championship for us. That's quite fun. With Luis Guilherme on the right-hand side. Min Hyuk on the left. Oh, look. George Alexandra to Swansea instead. That could be an issue. What else is going on here? Jez Davis offers 80%. That's fine. 0%. That's not fine. Why are you not on holiday? Go back to the Maldives. There we go. Right. No offers for 3 players. That's fine. We'll get that. Who are we getting in the draw then? Let's see. We will play Bournemouth or Stoke. Bournemouth, I think, are Championship now, aren't they? They are. Stoke are also Championship. That's pretty nice, you know. A Championship team, I think, at home. All right. Fulham make a Larola bid. We've got loan offers for Harry Jones, who I'm not 100% sure who he is. I'm just going to accept both. We can afford Cherky, yeah, for sure. Loan bid for Andrew Moran. That's a bit better. That's actually really quite good. Can you pay us any wages now? It's Wigan. Do we do Wigan a favour and let him go? Oh, look. That's interesting. Wigan will pay us 500k. It becomes permanent if they get promoted. I'm willing to do this and let them not pay the wages because there's a permanent deal there if they get promoted. I'm going to do it, and it's Wigan for the narrative. We've got loan bids for Corey Blackett-Taylor. Can I negotiate these? I can a little bit. 1 second. Oh, I can't. I can't put a mandatory. I guess his contract's running out, and that's why. I assume that was better than that one. That's why I can do the ultimatum there. Let's do 50-50 and we'll go there. Joe Allen is joining. Jeff Hendrick, we need to sack somebody. So I know you're probably better at the job, but see you later, Callum Lester. Josh McEachran comes in as a coach. What's this? Why don't I get the bid? Did I put him in the under 21s? No, why aren't I actually receiving these bids in the news? They just keep popping up on the side. Joe Allen ain't joining. Is he? Oh. He signed a new contract. He signed his new contract. Fair enough. Do you know what? He's loyal to Matter, and I kind of rate him for it. He won't. That's a shame. I thought he was coming in. I thought he'd accepted our offer. I forgot we weren't Wigan again, I think. I think you did. You skipped over them. Oh, did they? Oh, yeah. No. They're there. I did skip over them. You're right. All right. We've got a game coming up, but we've got another loan approach for George Alexandra. We've got another loan approach for Corey Blackett-Taylor. Which I keep negotiating to the exact same thing. Connor Smith for 600k. That's actually all right money, you know. 650k into the coffers. Either is going to Rangers with the chance to sign for 15 odd million if it becomes permanent. Does it become? It's only literally if it's just an optional fee. There's no not if he like plays enough games or if they win the league or anything. It is literally just optional. We'll let him go. Mikael Angel has agreed. He's coming in tomorrow if he gets a work permit. And Matt Clark has rejected Union Berlin, which is annoying. Can we get a bid for anybody? No. Are you from England? Yes, I am. Is that not demonstrably obvious? Angel set to sign. That's very good. Ida out. That's good wages saved. This guy's out injured. We'll send you to the specialist. Also, can we get any no interest intermediary? No. We had a bid that I tried to negotiate and we didn't manage to sell him, but now there's no interest. I'm late, but not too late. No, Marich, you're on time. You're all good. You're all fine. We've got a bit of time as well. I'd like to try and finish the window and then I can finish the season for next stream. And do you know what? Let's say it now. And Ollie, you're probably like, you're going to hate me for this because you know what usually happens. Let's do a midweek stream. I do actually want to because where we're at with videos and stuff. Let's try and do it. Have you looked at backup strikers? No. Doucouré, though. We've made our first signing. As Derby County, we've signed a new defensive midfielder in Czech Doucouré, who is going to be, I think, a pretty solid signing for a championship team. We've also sold Callum Scanlon. We've also signed Luis Guilherme. Now, question, with another incoming loan in Angel and Alexandra, do I cancel this loan of Bakari? I think I probably do, or do I not need to? Wrap it up by 2 p.m. Got the Newcastle game to watch. Don't worry, I like to watch the football as well. I like to watch those too. It's all fine. I think so. I think so as well. I think it means that he plays him as well is probably the thing too. Like, I'd much rather him play Luis Guilherme. Like, that is a really cool signing. Again, championship team signing Luis Guilherme to come in as our winger. I'm actually going to do this now. I know that Frank's not here, but because he's not here, I'm going to actually make him train inside forwards. Basically as a winger rather than as a right midfielder. Right, Bakari loan finishes. He's gone. Shall I look at strikers? Oh. Rio. Rio's interested in a loan. Who's our left winger? We've got... If I could sign Rio, do we cancel Yang Min Hyuk? I'd quite like to have Rio and Gamoa. I don't really know how good he is, but I reckon he's probably good. His value's quite high. I think I saw it before. Was it on here? Oh no, I must have looked at somebody else's. Obvious choice there, right? Yeah, well, okay. They want 32 to 48 million. He's mid, I think. I don't know. That's annoying. 19k a week. Shall I? I'm going to offer this because I think it's fun. And then once we've had a little look at him and scouted him, we can compare him with Min Hyuk, and then we can decide which one to go for because it's the same thing basically. What we've just done on the right hand side, we can do on the left hand side. Good potential, but for championship, he is good. Yeah, it will only be till the end of the season, won't it? He's the next Hazard. I need to put a picture in for Rio. I don't know why there's not a picture. I put pictures in for so many people. I will do that, though, if we do end up signing him, for sure. He's love him. Love him. Right. That's loans. Let's look at strikers. And also free transfers we still haven't looked at. I actually don't know if we should sign any free transfers. There's Morgan Whittaker, by the way. He's valued at 30 million, so we're not going to get him. Samuel Illing as well, 20 million. Slightly too much, but what a player. What's this looking at? Right wingers. Let's just look at any players on here as well, actually. Sugawara, Enes Unal. I guess he's playing in League 1, right, Unal? Sangari, 22 million. These guys are too expensive, I think. Let me look at strikers. Backup strikers. Che Adams. Awonyi. Hadji Wright. I'm not massively moved by this list yet. Ueda. I like Ueda. 10 million, though. Listed for 10 million. But it's hard to sign a backup striker, isn't it? We really don't want to spend loads. I had this guy in... Right, do you know what? Here's a question. Dejan Jovelic, I had in a save when? If you can name it, you're a real OG fan. When? I've got this guy in a save right now, by the way, that has, for a video that hasn't come out yet. Uejo. And we want to do a Palace save, but trying to wait till 26. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Palace would be a fun save, actually. I can see that. How do you sign a backup striker? Do we have space for a loan? Because maybe the way you get a backup striker is to loan them. Can we get a Forson? You just asked about him. He's here, look. I just saw him. I think he was on that list. He's at QPR. He's transfer listed for 1.6 million. Is actually good because, I mean, he looks all right here. I don't think a loan is worth one of the 5 spots. No. I'd like someone who's a bit unknown, maybe. You're a fan of Liverpool? Yes. Let me put into here. Value is at most 1.2 million because I don't think we should spend... Troy Parrott, backup striker for 160k? I mean, I think we do... There's an option. There's an option. Big Tall Paul for less than 600k. Backup striker. 1 season. Who says no? Krupi will be too expensive. Do we just bring in Big Tall Paul? Scored yesterday. Yeah, I saw that. Scored yesterday off of a Nana assist. Yeah. Did you say that? Very cool. Did you say that, Mallow? Prince Cisse? I don't know if Prince Cisse will be any good yet, right? How is he in the game yet? No. I think, for narrative's sake, for 300k, to replace Adam Eder, we sign Big Tall Paul, and that boxes that off. Am I losing my mind there? I think I probably am. But do I want to do it? Yes, I do. That gives me... I kind of want to know where we're at with the squad now. I want to know, I need to find out what happens with... Okay, it's quite expensive, but it's only for 1 season. I wonder if I can impact this in a way. I can only do 24 because he's an impact sub. We might need to do a little bit of like a massive unused fee and a massive appearance fee, which I can't even go that massive on. It's 2-year contract. Can I get that down? How... It's Paul... I'm talking to Paul himself. I was like, how patient is the agent? He doesn't have one. The Big Tall Paul clip is my favourite of all time. It was so good when he fell off your chair. Can someone find that? I feel like we should watch that if we sign him. Be able to sell him in the summer. That's true. We could do 2 years. Let's do... Non-promotion release clause of free. Relegation release clause of free. And it hopefully brings the price down. And you can also have 50% of your sell-on fee. Because we're not going to sell him for loads anyway. And it will keep his wage down. Am I losing my mind there? Maybe I don't need the sell-on fee, but I also, if he's going to go for naught anyway, one guy, the year at 34 does not have legs. No, I'm kind of thinking I want to do one as well, but I don't know if he's going to go for it because it is literally him, and I have to lock it in. Oh, yeah, look, and he gets... It, do you know what? Let's make that 10, because I don't think he's going to get 10. If he gets 10 games, he gets extended anyway. And if you go up, you get 50% extra, but you also won't see it because it's a one-year contract. Although, actually, it is until next year, isn't it? Let's do that. It's an 18-month deal anyway. Yeah, let's keep it down to 18 months, though. Right, Mikel Angel has got a work permit. We have a new right back. Do you know what this means, actually? This means to the tactics board. I need to try and put this squad together a little bit more now. This is where we currently sit. Mustafa comes out. And do you know what? Cherky comes in. And the numbers don't show anyway. So Cherky will be here. We have then got on this side. How good is Mikel? We'll have a look in a second. On this side, we have got Guilherme. How do you spell his name? Something like that. Give him 7 for now. Cherky is obviously a question mark. He hasn't signed the deal yet, but hopefully he does. In defensive midfielder, we have got Doucouré. And we've got our boy... Who else did we sign? Puckstash. Puckstash, like that, right? Luis Guilherme, that's how you spell it, yeah. That now is a much stronger squad overall, American boy. At right back, we have got Angel. Is it Angel or Ankal? Is Angel right? I think it's Angel. Mikel Angel, yeah. Angel here. That we have got an 11 that hopefully would play. My problem is I don't know if they actually will play. We've then got a Rio and Gamoa question here. That could mean that Min Ho could go out if Ngamoa is actually better. We'd have Big Tall Paul, who comes in here. Let's put him in as BTP because that is literally his name. Big Tall Paul is an option. Where do we need... I think we might need to sign a centre-back, and I said that we didn't. Oh, we've maybe got George Alexandro comes in, actually, haven't we? But we've got other teams in for him, so maybe that one doesn't happen. But... I'm looking at this and maybe thinking... He's also not playing O'Reilly as the left back. Which is probably okay. If he thinks the other one's better, maybe that's fine. We're in a pretty good spot. It's kind of like... Who is the best player we can get? Do we go and try and get the player? Or do we hold on to the money for the summer now that we've filled out the squad a little bit? I suppose it's depend. Let's go and get these ones through the door and then have a look at it, I reckon. So, Mikel Angel is in. Let's get you registered. Which is fine. How good is he? I mean, he looks good. Maybe a little bit less good than I thought he's going to be, but he looks quite good. He's only 19. He's very quick. Oh, the screen. Sorry, everyone. This is how good he is. Thanks, Orno. I mean, he'll do a job. He'll do a job for sure, I think. From Barcelona to Derby. He comes in. We'll get Mark to welcome him as another former Barcelona player. He's quick. He is, yes. We now play our first game. We play Sheffield United. 13 crossing as well on New Gen. It's very nice. Unavailable for action. Is that because they weren't registered at the time of this? Are they now available for action? No. Because I didn't register you. The other ones are. I think that's fine. Yeah, Nyambi is a good backup anyway. So now it should mean that they're all available, right? Harry Jones isn't. Jack Thompson. Why are you even... If you're not registered, why are you even in this squad? I suppose you're third choice keeper. Should I register you anyway? Can I? A lot of players leaving, so I probably can. Harry Jones not registered. Go away. Finazaz, I've no interest in playing you. Go away. Selling you. Okay, I think that's better. Jez Davis as well. I'm going to put you in the 21s. I hadn't put him in the 21s. I was just missing the news articles, I think. Let's do... Because they won't pick them if I put them in the 21s as well. Let's do... Should we watch this game? Or do we want to try and fly through to finish the transfer stuff? as a sort of vibe. Do we want to watch our first league game in charge? It's still not Thomas Frank, so I kind of think we should just skip it and get on with transfers. Finish stuff. I think I agree. Is Lamina any good in this save? He was. He's just a bit old now. Glad to catch this live. This turned into my favourite series on YouTube. Love that, Chuck. Appreciate you, buddy. Great way to spend a Sunday morning after Liverpool won yesterday. I couldn't agree more with all of that. Yeah, let's. Do I need to not holiday? I've offered contracts, so I can holiday. I won't lose the transfers by the holiday because I only lose them if they've gone to if I need to wait to offer the contract, right? So I think we're okay. And I have to holiday regardless. Should I save just in case? Yeah. I need to save not as first day. Derby, let's call it Derby 2. Because I have to holiday anyway because I can't play the game because I'm not the manager. So that's not really even the issue here. But I think we're fine. Let's go. Is Angel at the 21s as well? Was he in the 21s nickname? He might have been. No, I think he was in there. How did you get Ngamo in your game? I'm using a more up-to-date database. Not that up-to-date because we've been playing the save for a while, but it was on a newer database user. So that there's a few more young players in there. No offers for these players. That's fine. Did we win? Did we even play yet? We've not played the game yet. It was it's tomorrow. We have to go another day. How you doing, Romy? Ron me. Ron, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Welcome. You managed to get to 100 likes, chat. GG's. Well done, YouTube. Make it 150 is the next challenge. 255 people watching. An extra 100 likes. I reckon you can do it. Right. Collier's gone to Brisbane Roar. That's interesting. Doucouré made his debut. We drew 2-2. Doucouré, Angal, Guilherme made their debuts. Does that mean just call Ron? What a name. Hi, Ron. How you doing, Ron? What the heck? He's played a narrow diamond. What's he doing? He's played Lewis Guilherme as a striker and Nico O'Reilly as a 10. Lamina started. He's not played Nico O'Reilly left back. Mitchell, Thompson and Lamina. That means he didn't play. I guess he's played all of our boys, at least. Oh, Doucouré on the bench. Because he's gone for Lamina instead. Is Doucouré fully fit or was he fully fit? Maybe not. He's only just joined. I don't know. How weird. Also, did I sign Doucouré as a regular starter? I might need to manipulate that a little bit because I think they do follow squad statuses and promised. Can't wait for Frank now. No, what is he up to here? I mean, 2 games. He did win the first one, to be fair, but it was a 93rd minute equaliser from Mustafa off the bench. He's rebelling, yeah. O'Reilly at Cam is ridiculous. He can play there, but annoying. It's not where we're planning to use him, is it? Right, we are signing 3 signings. Doucouré, Guilherme and Angal. We need to welcome to the squad. I don't know who that is. Probably Guilherme if it's right wing. If Buxton loses, sack him as a coach. We could actually do that, yeah. Yeah, to be fair, at least he's not stubborn. He's using different systems. That's true. They're really going for it, Swansea, with George Alexander, aren't they? Playing FM right now. I want to rebuild Mexico. Any chips? Any tips, chat? No, I have no tips for that. Oh, I'd love a roast. I don't know what's made me think of that. I said chips. And then I thought of I'm hungry. Then I thought what I want. I'm going to make a roast today, I reckon. Need to tell Kat to go and buy some things. What's happening? Stop! They just made... Leave him alone. 5 loan approaches for George Alexandra. Every couple of hours, they put a new one in. I'm not even sure if they were being rejected. Yeah, next game's Thomas Frank, so I think we're all right. That was weird. Are you any good? Nah, League 1 level, so no. Use Mexican players. That is a good tip for that. They've done it again. What the hell is going on? What the helly? Can I change my offer so he comes to us or something? Stop it, Swansea. The word is no. Incessant. Again. Report spam. If I do this... Look at that page. I need to do... do you reckon they do another one? I want to get a good... There's a good tweet in this. Cam is the way. Cam is in the way. Okay, yeah, but not for me. That's true. They didn't make any more, so let me just do a little screenshot of this. That is... Over the weekend, they went a bit mad. I just need to get that. Basically, all of them say Swansea make loan approach. And obviously, you can guess that, but... Let me just save that. Expect to see that on twitter.com/ClaytsFM very soon. Okay? Go and follow me on Twitter. !Twitter. Looks like they made a come to Swansea ad and spam call his phone or something. I think it is that. Exactly. Yeah. Too many J2Os there. Maybe they just had too many J2Os and this is what happened. Right. It's deadline day. We have to actually take part because I don't think we're done yet, but we've got these 3 to come in, but we might want to do something silly at the end of it. So I am going to take part. 24 million Semenyo to Burnley. Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. for 9 million is being linked to us. From PSG. Interesting. Anthony Elanga, 42 million. We're also being linked to Justin Kluivert, which is fun. I step away from the DOF say for a week, and it's obvious you were the Derby County mole. Mr. Echo, you got me. You got me. Bring him in. I mean, it's quite expensive, but we actually do have the money. Right, one last look at players that might come in, because maybe there's more players now that we're... Because they're on your shortlist. Is that why? It's because we looked at him before, right? Let's just look at not strikers. Can I get rid of that? Yes. Fabio Carvalho for 23 million. Basically, look at this list of players that will join us and see, is there anyone that I'm like, he'd be good in our team? I am thinking of centre-back. Let me look at centre-backs quickly in case George Alexandra doesn't choose us and Swansea trying to woo him actually works. We should maybe look for another centre-back. Maybe to sign... Oh, Samson Baidu. 24. 1.6 million. Tell me that doesn't make complete sense anyway. He's on loan from Manchester United. CB's on loan. We could get a CB on loan as well, yes. Can I sign him permanently, or does that go... When would that start if I tried to sign him permanently? Nearing the end of his contract, cannot play competitive games before the 1st of the 7th anyway. That's annoying. When would it go through? It would be immediate, but he can't play because he's played for those 2 teams. I almost want to sign him anyway for then. Hector Fort is good in this save, yeah. Leone from Wigan won't join, I don't think, because we've only just signed him. Although it has been long enough, but he's not... I've not seen him on here, so I'm going to imagine he'd say no. Otherwise, it makes complete sense. Why is he not coming up to that? Let's ask. We can ask the question. No, he's not willing to do it. He's only just joined, look. I mean, for in the summer, makes loads of sense. Yeah, it's Salzburg Baidu. Is Kushanov interested? Was he on there? I didn't see him. Is he interested, or did you ask? That's a fun one. He's not interested. They want 28 to 44 million for him. What about Bogard? Is Bogard good enough? Do I want to go and raid Wigan? I don't know. I kind of, maybe. Fode Fofana as a backup, it makes sense, but I don't know. Is that the Diakite though? No, it's a different Diakite. I like the idea of Ted and Mengi as well, by the way. 11 million, though. Vuskovic, Kim Ji-soo, 1.5 mil. I'd really like to sign him, but it's just not happening. He's on 58k a week, to be fair. Chiarodi is very good as well. 15 million, though. Ekdal. Papetti. I can hear Jack crying. Anselmino. Again, put a photo in. Very young. Is he good enough? What do you think of him? That's a weird attributes analysis thing, isn't it, on there? I was like, why have they put a square around that? We looked at him when we were at Wigan. Who's he wanted by? West Brom loan. I'm not sold on him for 4 million. I don't know. He's young though, and obviously we put a photo in for him. Let's look at loans for centre-back because George Alexander is a loan. Wolfenden, he's not terrible. Exactly, that's how I feel, Ben. He's not terrible. There's a no-name there from Liverpool. George Alexander's there, look. Is this guy good? Panama. Juma Bar? 6'5", Sierra Leone. Benjamin Brune is a 6'7", Bayern Munich centre-back. Currently injured with his cruciate ligaments, though, so that's not happening. But that's quite interesting. 6'5", Juma Bar. He's real, isn't he? Kota Takai should be available. I don't know if he's at Spurs in this save yet or not. I've not typed some. I've typed somewhere else there. I don't know. Who knows where that's going to pop up. I'm not sure he's in the save even. Let alone at Spurs. All right. All right. Is it Aguerd? Yeah, Aguerd is there. He's on massive wage. No, he's actually not on massive wages. Aguerd's 32 though is the only thing. Like, he'd be good. He's not very fast, and he's Juma Bar is the guy City Nick from R9's club on the cheap, is it? I recognise the name. None of these really jump out as a good signing. Rav Vandenberg. James Hill's there, of course. He always is. Somewhere. Lurking. What about CCK? Is he available? I kind of think if we're going to sign someone and it's not George Alexander, we should sign them permanently. I really want you, but that's not going to happen, is it? Jaffet Tanganga's too much money. Tom Atchison. Papetti. How much money is Papetti, and why do I recognise that name? Is he good? Yeah, Valladolid, that's it. Is Papetti good on FM or something? Why do I recognise that name? I don't know what's gone on there, Lewis. It just happens. We've got loads of them in this save for some reason. We've just got players with no name. Don't know. Was an ex-Wonder Kid. Yeah, that makes sense. I think it's regen. It's not all regens without a name, though. Look. There's... Who's young enough to be a regen? A new gen, I should say. It is just some new gens don't have names. There's an 18-year-old here, Owen Jones, with a name, look. Jose Cordoba was a great signing for me with Bordeaux. Was he on the loan list? I think he was, wasn't he? I don't know. Big Ari Suter. Let's see who... I don't know who this is even going to be. Mark Thomas. Who he suggests. Yeah, Mengi, Baidu and Ekdal. I think Baidu's the one, but he can't play, can he? That's ridiculous. Look, cannot play for another club before the 1st to the 7th of this window. Wasn't he a Wonder Kid 21-22? What am I seeing is we have to get George on loan. I agree. I guess we'll find out soon enough about George Alexander, won't we? So let's do that. Do I need to be offering anyone out? I don't think so. I think anyone who stays now stays. Suleiman alone. James Hill might be off to Swansea. That must be because they're not getting George Alexander, even though they've gone for him again. Make a decision, George. Oh, Coventry in for him now. We've got a loan bid for Harry Jones. Fine. Swansea still bidding. Still bidding. 12 hours left. What? Oh, God. 12 hours left. We need to sign a defensive midfielder. Puckstasse said no. I didn't see that coming. I thought that was a done deal. You liked the contract. What do you mean you've signed another contract? We offered you 30k a week. What do you mean you've signed another contract with West Brom? We need a defensive midfielder. Yassine Ayari? How do you spell it? Is it just like this? Yassine Ayari. Is it time? That wasn't part of the plan. He's more expensive. How you doing, Nick? Let me just look at the list in case there is somebody else as well. Okay, we've got 12 hours to do something about midfield now. Forget about centre-back. Although I have a feeling that George Alexander is not going to say yes to us. Ayari. Songari? I don't know if Ayari's not on this list anymore. I think he might have signed a new contract or something. He hasn't signed a new contract. Why is it saying he's not in? Oh, he is interested. Okay, he's still interested. He's very expensive. We might be able to do a the same thing that we're doing with Cherky, though. We haven't actually got Cherky in yet, by the way. Which is a bit worrying, isn't it? He hasn't signed. Imran Loser, 20 million. Harvey White, Eli King, 20 million. Alex Kral would actually be solid, but boring. Liam Gibbs, Max Bird is 40 mil. Liam Gibbs is transfer listed. I have no idea who he is. But he might be. Songar, it's way too expensive. Dantas, did we get a scout report on him? I mean, he's very lightweight to play at DM. Very lightweight. Tyler Morton be great. Yeah, Sungray we're not getting for 20 million. Plus then 95k a week. He might play as a DLP, but that's not up to me, is it? He is free. I mean, if it gets down to 3 hours, we sign Thiago Dantas. Shay Charles 7.4. Oops. Isn't the worst option. Not the worst option. I'd really like Matazzo. Are we saving a loan anywhere? If we don't get George Alexander and get a non-loan centre-back, is there a loan defensive midfielder we could get? And get David Ozzo finally? Or Ollie Skip? Is that a way to go with this? Vinicius Souza could be fun. I like the idea of Vinicius Souza as a defensive midfielder for us. I like him. 35k is 29, so it doesn't quite fit. I mean, Ozzo makes more sense, definitely. Yeah, we're in the championship. Sungari loan is something we should look at. Yes. Is Harvey White any good? Yeah, he's a bit uninspiring for me. It's probably because his name's Harvey White. Where did Sungray go? Oh, he's doubtful. Boubacar Traore was that? Is that the Wolves one, though? They're reluctant to let him leave. I can only pay not... Yeah, Sungray loan's not happening. Is it requested transfer then? He's unhappy. Yeah, he's requested. They don't want to sell him. What about this guy? Who's this? No. Oh, this is tough. We're in a bit of a spot of bother. Ollie Skip does seem decent, yeah. Where is Tyler Morton? People keep asking. Ipswich for 50 million in the Premier League. We're not getting him. Rob Holden, a DM in your list. His hairline, yeah, I mean, his hairline restoration is brilliant, isn't it? Quite incredible. Wilfin Deedy is there, look. I did say his name earlier. How much? Is that Adam Wharton? What? Did I just not scroll up enough? Adam Wharton loan. He's not really playing. Adam Wharton loan? I'm not paying 5 million for it though, but that is okay. We can't afford it and it's 5 million, but that would be lovely. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? I can't, unless I put some wage budget in, it's still 5 million. Is his contract running out or anything? No. Yeah, it's not happening. Reese, I'm not doing that 11 tackling thing. Are you... It's annoying. Do it. It'll be promotion, then buy him next year. I don't think I can... I put 5 million. You think I should 5 million him? That's silly, right? We do have a lot of... Are you being serious, Jack? You think I should pay 5 million for half a season's loan? No way. Try to buy him. Is he even interested in signing permanently? I don't think so. Nah, he doesn't want to join us permanently. I will check. Nah, he only wants a loan. He won't join us. I mean, he might. I can make a bid. It's 38 million. We don't... I can't even do a never, never. Really. I could do 10 million. No, this is silly. It's not even going to make sense. I'm buying permanently. He's not interested. He doesn't want to join us permanently. What about a loan for this guy? I really like him. He's got a release clause at 26 million. Will you loan him? No, didn't think so. Too expensive. It's too expensive, isn't it? It's annoying because why was he even there? Just to tempt us in a little bit. Why? I'd take him for a loan for half season. Yeah, for 6 million though, the loan and wages I actually can't afford either. I don't think it's a silly thing to do. It might not even actually be able to be possible. Instead, it's a bit of a Temu version, but I am quite tempted to do a loan of Vinicius Souza. Would he join permanently? Vinicius Souza would actually join us as a DM. We do have the English guy who was a bit boring. We do. New signing hype and all that, though. Loan. I mean, it's better to probably sign him permanently. It's 29. I feel like we're not feeling it for Vinicius Souza, even though I quite like the idea of it. If we do it for like... $2.5 to 2.5. You can get a bit of the money next time. I don't know how much they're actually going to want. 2.9 million. I'll make that 30 and then I'll make this. We've got money to spend and we need somebody in there. Is he too much? He's Premier League experience. I quite like him. I don't know if he's just... Is he any good? 40% of next sale is a lot. It is... But he's 29, so is his value going to be that high anyway? I put it down to 30, to be fair. 30's not as bad. Is this a bit panicky? Maybe. Is it necessary? Probably not. Do I think I'm going to do it? Probably. Just so we get somebody in there. Where will we panicking centre-back a little bit? We need to hear from George. Yes! That's what we wanted to hear. It's like, we need to hear from George Alexandra. We have heard from it. It's okay. It's okay. You can do better. I don't know if we can, though. Shay Charles, maybe. It's not a bad shout. It's quite expensive. If this is too much and I can't get it down, I think you might be right. I'm going to put in regular starter. We maybe can do better. Was it profit or just flat 30? Flat 30. I'm going to try and get that down to less than 30, which I think is then much better. 2-year deal. Bit more there. You can have relegation release clause, non-promotion release clause, and minimum fee release clause here of 10 mil. What are we buying him for? 5. He's getting most of the profit, most of the money anyway. George is coming to us. That is really good news. So that means we can't do a loan really either. So signing this guy permanently does actually make more sense. I think that's worth it now. Try 12. I could have done 12 maybe, but I think 10's fine. Pukshash has gone now, annoyingly, to West Brom. Should have offered more. I just thought he was happy with it. I thought we were going to get him. Just maybe should have offered more. It's a good signing for them for 1.4, for less money as well. Yeah, maybe an idea. We could delay it until the very last minute in case we find a better option. That's maybe smart. Because also, we might need the money if what's-his-face doesn't come in. Cherky, right? Yeah, Rayan, can you just answer the phone? Maybe they'll take down... Maybe Wharton's loan demands comes down at the very last minute. To not 5.5 million. Cherky is coming in. Whew. Okay. We have got George Alexandra. I need to unregister some people, but these people are leaving, so I think it's okay to do so. We will bring in George Alexandra, and then Cherky has said yes to us. Jones is on his way out. Azaz is going to go on a free. Can we just sell him now? Oh, yeah, we might get a bid there. Cherky comes in 5 million from our bid. Thank you for answering the phone, Rayan. We do have a new big money signing to play for us. I'm going to put him here as... Can I just do position? No, you can't, can you? Just do that for now. Right, get you registered. And then Thomas Frank will join soon as well, which is fun. He isn't actually even here yet, is he? I swear you couldn't delay on deadline day. You can. You definitely can delay. But it won't be for like a week like you usually can. Or maybe you can't, because I can't delay this. Maybe you can't, actually. You might be right. Maybe it depends when it is on there. Rio and Gamoa said yes. Is he any good? I actually don't know. Can we afford to have both on loan? How many loans would that be? 1, 2, 3. That is 5. Can I even sign him? It's only 5 in the squad, right? So I can still sign him and then get rid of the other ones, because I can see if he's any good and then make a decision. Because I could have both in the club. I'm going to get him anyway. It's just they both can't get in the team. It's whether I cancel the other guy. Right, Moran's off. That's good. Marcel's off. That is potentially really good money. What was his loan out at? What was his loan out at? I don't know. Oh, Bulls. I didn't know that these guys had match highest earner. Oh, God. They've just gone to 35k because of Cherky. I think they were close to it anyway. He was on 31. It's not the end of the world, but I didn't know they even had it. Probably should have checked that. Okay. Rio and his loans. What do you mean, what was his loan out for? Right, Onuachu is also in. Big Tall Paul. That's the third O-balls of the stream, at least. I think you're right. There's always a few O-balls, isn't there? Right. Rio's really good. He's really good. Bad idea to have match highest earner. Thanks, Reese. I didn't put it in. Fucking Captain Obvious over here. Sorry. Sorry for the swear. Sorry, buddy. That's made me laugh. Right. Rio is in. Inverted winger. Inside forward or inverted? Inside forward. Let's put him on that for now. Nick O'Reilly can welcome him. I think there is no tactic. You can't have my tactic. We're not doing a tactic. I need to unregister some other people who can also go. Finazaz can go. And we'll bring in Rio Ungamo. A lot of passion at that. There was, wasn't it? Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, everyone. I apologise. Did you not find them in the squadits? Did I not find who in this? I didn't. Yeah, no, I didn't. See, I missed the match highest earner in the squadit. Right. I hope he goes permanently. That'd be lovely. Paul Onuachu. Outrageously as a Derby County player. Look at this window. Look at this window we've done here. January. Czech Ducouré, Luis Guilherme, Mikel Angel, George Alexandra, Rayan Cherky, Rio and Gamoa, and Paul Onuachu. Glorious. I'm very well, thank you, Single for Life. Yes. We now have 6 loans, though. They can't all play. So it's a question of who gets picked out of Rio and Gamoa and Yang Min Hyuk. We are paying 3k for Yang and a lot more for Rio. Do I keep both? Or do I get rid of one of them? Do we have to just throw in the checkbook at clubs? That's what we do, isn't it? How did it go with Wigan? Been a while since I dropped in. Good. It was fine. We lost in the playoff final first season, and we were halfway through the season, second season, and then we got the Derby job, which is why we're here. Get rid of Sousa. The problem with getting rid of Sousa is, do we have another left back? I'm not sure we do. We've got Nico O'Reilly or Nico O'Reilly, so I think we have to keep Sousa. A feisty one, I know. Keep them both and see who Frank favours. Yeah, I can terminate Yang. And now is the only time I can terminate it. It's just going to be a bit frustrating if he picks Yang, and he might do because he's already been here type of thing. I hope he picks Rio. Let's see. Oh, I need to... Oh, no, it's okay. I've got time. We've got an hour till kickoff, right? Yeah. I just need to look at the teams. Is Voltemada starting up front for Newcastle? He is. That's good news. All right, I'll sort that in a minute. Right, Defo plays Nico. He does, yeah. If we get rid of Sousa, I think keep both. We could get rid of Sousa and sign another left back, and then he definitely plays Nico there, and that's not actually the end of the world, is it? Like, we don't need Sousa. Is there another left back that we can sign in 10 hours that we want for the future anyway? Because if there is, we should do that. Because, like, long term, we're not keeping Sousa regardless because he's on loan. Or, do we sign Sousa permanently? Maybe. Just offer them new contracts without the highest earner clause. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. I think Sue's right. Then look at left backs. Those are not left backs, sir. Harvey Vet. Renan Lodi. Very expensive. I thought he was on a free, but he's not. Montiel. I think I've signed him before. Or looked at him before. Is he short? I've signed him before. Soler. 10 million. Thing is, with this, we want them to be a backup, really, don't we? Because we quite like our boy. How much do they want for Sousa? Let's have a look at Sousa, yeah. Lionel Sousa. Quite cheap. Oh, let's sign him permanently. Job done. He's happy to be a backup. Occasional opportunity for less than $1 million. I think he's quite good. Harvey Vale is in every search, isn't he? 800k. Happy days. Done. Goes through at the end of the season. It does, actually, yes. Or, if I cancel his loan now that I've made that bid, will he still join? Do you see what I'm saying? Because I can still technically terminate his loan now for the loan rules. It says immediate, but I think he stays as a loan. I have a feeling he does stay as a loan, right? I think it does go through at the end of the season, so it doesn't fix your loan problem. Unless I terminate his loan and then try and sign him. If I terminate his loan, will he then not be interested in joining me, though? Which could be the case, right? But if I offer the contract and then terminate the loan, does that work? That is big brain moves. I think, though, if I terminate it now, he'll then have had a bad loan experience and won't want to join me. It does say it on the deal, but I'm pretty sure that happened because I think we've had this before. Might as well terminate it, and if he gets upset, joins. I'm going to offer the contract and then terminate it and see what happens. Like in one continued time. Right, Sousa. I can offer him a contract. Next available. Look, yeah, it comes in, look, in June. Flipping heck, he wants a big wage. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. I'll give you 23. We're getting rinsed by agency. He's not very patient, this agent, either. I think it might grey out terminate. I think you might be right. That's kind of what I'm expecting to. Sign shooter machine. That's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. Right. Non-promotion release clause. Relegation release clause. Minimum fee release clause. Let's play the game like we've done before. 10 million for both of those. It's worth the gamble, yeah. 23k is much better. Now that I've offered him the contract... You're right. I can't delay it. You are correct. Why have you done that? Get Luton to bid. Now that I've offered him the contract, can I now terminate the loan? I can. And I've offered him the contract already. It is a transfer special stream. I'm going to try and do this. And we might be stuck without a backup left back because we've got 9 hours to go. But I'm going to try and do a big brain move here. And do you know what I'm going to say? I am going to sign Vinicius Sousa because we can't be dealing with loans there. I'm going to sign him. Is he in? No to Sousa. I'm saying yes to Sousa. And I kind of agree with you at the same time. But I'm still going to... I'm a genius. That was the weirdest bow ever because I was sort of like, my shorts have ridden up a bit, but it's fine. Let you know, Sousa now signs permanently. We're signing Sousa and Sousa. That is ridiculous. Right. Vinicius Sousa terminated his loan, then signed him permanently. Still goes through in June. Oh, does it actually? Balls. Ah. Fuck. I have to undo my bow. Balls. It is good to know, but no, it doesn't work. I guess because he can't... Can he not play for enough teams or something? Oh, is that because I off... no. Because I offer on the contract. Although... Yeah. June, not Jan. Yeah, you're right. Cock. Do you know what? It's actually fine. It's 900k. We might need a left back signing. How close were you signing him? We're very close. I thought it was done. It does say that, yeah. I do wonder, is there a buy now option? I don't think there is when you've got a deal agreed. I don't think that comes up. I did think it, but I don't think it's going to happen. We might need a left back a bit quick. Said next available, which is June. Yeah. Make a loan bid for him. It's smart. Smart play. Can we get him back on loan? It's so good. Just confuse it so much that we end up with the player somehow. That's the plan. I quite like Soler, you know. I like him as a player, but it's 10 million. I need a cheap left back that isn't Harvey Vale. Let me look at transfer listed. It might make this go a bit quicker on deadline day. Free agent or yeah. We could do... They're not very good. Jay Da Silva. They're not very good, I think, is the problem here. Neto Borges. Didn't we have him at Wigan? We did. Alex Valler is good. Alex Valler is very good, but he's not available to us. He'll be worth way too much. Look at him. He's on loan. To be fair, he's on loan at Stoke. You might get a bit now by going forward. Maybe. Let me look at... Let me just look at these in case... Because I don't know about... There might be a... Like this guy. Well, this guy on a... He's not on a free. We might be able to get someone... Because I don't know how many ESC places we've used in this squad, do I? Doesn't seem to be any. So we could do a non... We could do a non-work permit guy. If they're cheap. 5 million for this guy... Ruben Vinagre, I don't want to sign. Is this guy super cheap? Because if he is, that makes a bit of sense. 29 though. I don't know who he is. He's quite cheap. Wants big wages. Who's our left back at Wigan? Who was it? Oh, we signed a new one, Riquelme, didn't we? That Newcastle team is weird. We could get no, I don't think he's good enough. Riquelme may be good, but I don't think he'll move, right? I think I only just signed him in January, didn't I? He'd be a great signing. Ah, balls. We've got money. Max Aarons can play left back. Do we get two really good left backs by signing Soler on the bit of a never, or am I being a bit silly now? I think I am being a bit silly, but at the same time, is there a loan? We could loan him, but it would cost us 1.3. This guy's good. We know that. I worry that we won't play Nico O'Reilly, but is that the end of the world? And we are signing Sousa in the summer. And I've confirmed that. $9 million in the future. Can't loan him. Defeats the purpose of cancelling a loan. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. I don't hate this. He doesn't want massive wages. I think he's really good. Cheap and a good prem option. Yeah. All fun and games. Nico AM. Yeah. I think it's a bit panicky, but I think it also kind of makes a bit of sense. Lino Sousa has joined, but he's joining in... He has joined. Yeah, what? He's joined now. So I've confused the game so much. I'm a genius. Can you bow down to the master, please? The transfer. I'm going to bow again. Can you bow down to the transfer market master? Thank you very much. Clap, 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 clap to me. Thank you very much. Thank you. I have no idea what's just happened, but now I also do want to sign Soler. Bug report. No. Just big brain plays, I think, is actually what you'll find. What this is. Lino Sousa does sign for us now. I don't know what's happening. I've lost all grip on this as a save at this stage. Right. I am quite pushing it in terms of how many players I can register here as well. I'm not going to lie to you. He can be registered. Clip all of that. Yep. Loan Sousa out because we don't need a third choice left back. Yes. Do I not do Soler now then? Or do I do Soler anyway and sell Nico O'Reilly? Because now does Soler become first choice with Sousa back post and then Nico O'Reilly plays elsewhere? What do we do now? All that bowing. Glad we can't see your shorts. Must be riding high. Very high. Yes. To take a bow again. I might. Get him in. Complains about out the game's DOF signing right backs only. Now he's signing loads of left backs. You got to catch them all, haven't you? He doesn't want that much. Get rid of that. Have a bit more there. Boom. Big brain plays. Yeah, it would have been if I then didn't sign another left back anyway to completely make it all obsolete as a choice. That's really cheap. He is really cheap and I think quite good. Other question then. Someone said about we just need to check on whether Adam Wharton has become available very cheap or something. Because if he has, that is something we should be doing. It's still expensive. It's still very expensive. So no is the answer. There's 7 hours left. Nico is a great sub. He is. Sousa then is the option. We've not got too many loans. What am I waiting on? Soler's in. Buendia, no. Don't want you. I'm waiting on sales, really. Oh, if we get Wharton in the last 2 hours, imagine. Right, Soler is in. How old is he? He's 23. I don't even know if I can register him. Is there anyone else that I'm selling? Black. Okay, I can get rid of you. And you've got a bid on you. And I think you're still registered. Burning through the sea up there. Is there anyone else in this squad that I don't need? Who is Thompson and why does he keep playing? You've never played. You're new. Right, let's just see. Have to readjust your budgets now, maybe. Right, Soler, I need 2. Blackett Taylor out, Soler in. We're right on the cusp of registration at the moment. Yeah. Thomas Frank has not got the same team he thought he was getting. We've had a window here, haven't we? We're going for a left back and a left wing back tactic. Exactly. Right, any offers of players or anything like that? We have 4 hours left. We'll check in. Adam Wharton. Do you reckon you can win the Premier League before 26? Yes. I'll tell you for why. Because we might, if we get promoted this year, we might get another. We're not scared to jump teams, are we? So I think we can. No. They still haven't brought the price down. Anyone else randomly on the loan list? As a free loan at the end of the window. Let's get rid of left back. Look at loan signings. Imagine if Frank doesn't play with wing back. Well, it's full backs, to be fair. Deadline day loan for Echeverry. He's on 49k. With 4 hours left. Cloudy Echeverry. I don't know where he would play. Oh, we can get him. Where's he going to play? Can I even get a loan? How many loans have we got now? If I get rid of Kim Hyuk, get rid of him. If I drop Kim Min Hyuk and terminate that loan, we can get Echeverry and he can play on the wing. And I can do this by going like that. 97 over in wage budget. We've got 10 million to move into that, though, to be fair. What's my fave player is brilliant, isn't he? I kind of think we have to do this, but what... Like, him and... It's only till the end of the season, and we've got... I just hope it doesn't mean that Cherky doesn't play. Make offer before terminating. Yeah. Look. Echeverry. Tell you we should have signed it right back, by the way. Hector Fort would be unbelievable as our right back. But we've got one now. Wharton is still on there. Has it come down yet? No. Echeverry's better than Yang, I agree. Oh, Renier, remember that name? He never amounted to anything, did he? Did we have him? Is that a different Kadamata? It's a different one. All right, Luca Nets for left back, by the way. Should we get another left back? I think we might need a left back. Do we need a left back, chap? He might play ahead of Cherky. I'm hoping that he'll find a way to get them both in. And if he does play ahead of Cherky, it's only for the rest of this season, isn't it? What about Beto on a loan? No, we're being silly now. Let's see if Echeverry comes in and then we can always cancel. He said no. Do you know what? Forget about it. He said no anyway. It's all right. Why is he on there then? Maybe now he'll say yes because it's later in the window. And I'll make you a star player. And I'll give you... Not happening. I might offer again now if he does get really, really desperate. But I don't think they changed their mind all that much. Let's try Wharton now, yeah. With 2 hours to go. Still the same. Yeah, still the same. They've not brought it down. Offer accepted. There's 2 hours. Will he accept us? No, he's rejected us again. Cakey on a loan? No, right. I think we're good. I think we're done. We waited on anything? I think we're done. I think this is going to be the team, chat. We've had a bid for somebody who's a keeper. Is he good? Has he got potential? No, he looks rubbish. I'll take it. A bit more money. Okay, maybe I won't. Fine. Right, deadline day is done. What a stream. What a bloody hell. 6 million water. No, it wouldn't have worked, would it? I think we've ended up with a weird old team there. In the Discord, I'll do the transfer page. Sorry, the tactics board. And I'll show you what our squad looks like as a whole. And then I guess what we will do is when Thomas Frank comes in, should we go to Frank Day? Do we have a game before then? No, we don't. Let's go to Frank Day. And then we'll see where we're at. Confirm our selection. These guys are not registered. Can I register either? He didn't move. Can he still go on loan to Sydney Warriors or whatever it is? Wanderers? We have to watch a game. I have to go. I can maybe. I need to go at least before. It's quite soon. Let's see. Let's see. I didn't. Oh God! I didn't even welcome them. Right, that's been cancelled. That's a shame. Jones has been cancelled as well. Not cancelled, but all of my look. They've all been. What's the point? Ah, that's me. The squad must have no more than 6 loans. All of these guys are just gonna be on reserve. That's all right. It's not the end of the world. Remember to switch back the responsibilities. Oh, to put them to I think it will, but yeah, I'll check that they go to Frank. Right, let me just holiday then to the 4th, which is when he gets his... Imagine he doesn't get a work permit. And Frank doesn't actually join. That'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it? Then, yeah, well, let's try and get the QPR game in. We lived the dream. We did. How was that? Oh, this is... Why is it telling me that? Why is it telling me now that we beat Wigan in the thing? That was ages ago. I guess because it did the draw now? That was weird, wasn't it? I thought I was on Watching Man's profile then or something. Right, it's the 4th. Where are you? Frank is in! Yeah, he's our assistant manager officially. That is now done. Let's put him in charge of everything and then do this game. Yes. And we can see who he picks because it could be silly. It could be ridiculous. Right. Why are they all talking about me? Leave me alone. Let's go to responsibilities. Let's go to... No. Let's go to advice. No. Let's go to scouting. That's me. Transfers. We'll do those. Media. You can do all those now, Thomas. Let's go to training. Thomas Frank. Let's go to tactics. Right. Now, yeah, it does. We do need to change it. That's fine. That's the under 21s. No. Do that. Team selection on staff. Yes. Thomas Frank. Where did I get to? Tactics. Thomas Frank. I've done that. Match. Thomas Frank. That's all fine. That's all fine. And then set pieces, set piece coach. There we go. Right. We are ready for the Thomas Frank era to begin. We need to get our good friend. I don't know what's happening with these physios. Oh, good. You can now knock the ball past opponents. We need to go to our good friend Watching Man. And we need to get him to come along to a game. And we will watch the first game of our new season here. Juan Mata is not... Oh, we need to do that as well, actually. He's got me nicknamed as Juan Mata, which is clearly not the case anymore. There's a new man in town. It's Thomas Frank. There we go. Okay. Just got up on the stream, watched it 2 times earlier. Can't believe you glazed over Liam Thompson for ages. Didn't know who he was. Still don't know who he is. Let's go. Did I go on holiday with... No. Holiday for a day. If he doesn't play a 4-2-3-1 now, Imagine. I don't know, Scrumbum. I don't know. Onslaugh's at Hull. I don't know what went wrong. Here we go. It's QPR away for his debut. Those kits don't look great either, but we'll get new ones. QPR team is as follows. It's hard to like work out who's who on this lovely little branded stuff, but it is a 4-2-3-1 with Hindal. It is Mustafa Gui. He's not gone for a lot of the new signings there. I've seen Yang starting on the left-hand side. Did Guilherme start? I don't know. It was too quick. Finally, a proper manager. He's gone for a 4-2-3-1 at least. It is Vinicius Souza and Doucouré, Guilherme, Mustafa Gui, Yang Min Hyuk. He's gone on Gwene and Chettle, Mikael Angal and Boyce Clark. So that means no Cherky. Soler is on the bench. Rio's on the bench. Big Tall Paul's on the bench. Lino Souza's on the bench. It's an interesting first one. It does show actually. There's a bit of there's quite a lot of depth there. The fact he hasn't gone for Cherky is a weird one, though. Maybe Cherky's just not match fit. That wouldn't shock me. I can't see when I'm watching, man, but interesting. Oh, yeah, Big Tall Paul's our backup striker now because we sold Adam Eder. You've got to keep up, all right? It moves quickly. We've got a corner. We're on the attack. Check Doucouré. Penalty? No. Mikael Angal on his debut. In towards Yang. It's bounced down. It's come back to Yang. It's going to go back in again to Yang again. They're doing 1-2s. He's headed it wide. No Frankie Bishop. What's the point? It's very true. Right. Bit of a kit clash there is, isn't there? Yeah. Took my cat to a vet's a few times near Pride Park. That's good to know. That's good to know. Can you see the vets in the background of the... Yeah, I think that's it there, isn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. We're not even in Derby. We're in QPR, so... We're literally in West London right now. Couldn't be further away. We could be, I suppose. Isla, I think you are the only one who does that. It's just because we, like, the way we talk about wages here is always per week. That's why. Is Angal injured? Did I miss that? Angal has gone off injured already. Yeah, did he go off? Yeah. Chettle's gone right back. So, sorry. Thomas Frank, you are a madman. He's playing Juan Carlos, I call him. Julio Cesar Soler, who's 5'9" at centre-back. Surely you play him at right back and play Chettle at centre-back. What have we appointed? What have we appointed? We've got another corner. On Gwene. We've scored the opener. It's the first goal of the Frank era, everybody. Is there a centre-back on the bench? George Alexandra wasn't on the bench. We've got George Alexandra, but maybe he's in our under-21s. We've got on Gwene, Chettle, and there's another one, though. People were doubting Frank. They were, because we've got Soler playing. Is there a centre-back on the bench at all? Is Thompson, can he play there? No, he's midfielder. You laugh, but the visit costs 3,500. Watching man should see if there's any vacancies there. He should, yeah, that's true. Only 5 loans. We've kept Yang, haven't we? It's the only 5. Ah, that could be an issue. If it's... No, did we sign another one? Who are the 5 that we've got now? The 2 left wingers. The right winger. Who else have we loaned? Right back. That's 4. We didn't get Echeverri, did we? Who's the other loan? Because Rio and Yang. Yeah, we cancelled the left back, so we've signed him permanently. So I think we're good. So I don't think it's the loan thing. I think George Alexandra might be in the under 21s, and that's why he's not been picked. He might have just gone straight in there and I've not moved him. Oof. Do you know what? I'm going to check that now because that is an interesting point. If I go to... I can't do it on here. Can I see who's in the... He's not in there. No, he's not. According to this, anyway. Weird. Watchman is banned from every vet in the country. Yep. I would be surprised if Watchman has ever... I would not be surprised if Watchman has never blinked in his life. I think that's also very fair to say. Yep. Oh, yeah. I need to press play. I was like, come on. I haven't got time. And then it was me watching a screen that wasn't moving. Chat, who's going to start for City today? Very quickly. Out of Foden, Bernardo Silva, Rodri. Would you be shocked if Rodri and Foden didn't play? This is for fantasy football purposes. You think all three will play? I've got a feeling it's all three. I can pick two. And it's not FPL. So it's like overall. I need like goal scoring impact. So do I go Foden and Bernardo? Or do I want the passing of Rodri? Rodri does like a goal against like an Arsenal. You think it's the same team? Yeah, I've got a feeling it's that as well. I've got in my Roto Draft League, I've got those three, but I can only play two of them. They have loads of injuries. I reckon Rodri could score. He could, couldn't he? I think Rodri Foden might be my pick. Maybe. Maybe I'll just keep Yeah, maybe Rodri. I'll see. Rodri definitely plays, doesn't he? Harvey Vale has equalised. Of course it's Harvey Vale. Of course it is. We looked at him, didn't we? Of course it was. Right, 10 to play. Away from home, though, we have dominated. That is Ungamoa's on, look. We have at least been the better team. We're playing a 5'9" centre-back as well. Yeah, playing in one of his 105 positions. Where's he actually playing at the moment in this? He's playing... Where is he playing? He's not even on. He's gone off. He's gone off. Okay. 5 minutes added on. Thomas Frank begins his Derby County era with a draw away from home. It could have been better. They played quite well. He went to a 4-3-3. Not the end of the world. That, though, after what is ridiculous, a ridiculous stream, is where I'm going to have to call it for today. Also, I can't continue. I'm just continuing by a little bit each time. That is where we're going to call it for today. I'll be back during the week, 4 weeks for Angel, where we'll do a midweek stream and it will be the end of the season. Or if we're in the playoffs, it will be the playoffs to play before the end of season transfer stuff. Thank you very much for hanging out. That was a lot of fun. It was a little bit hectic, but we like hectic on this channel, don't we? Thank you for hanging out. We'll be back very soon. Please like the stream if you're on YouTube. Use your Prime if you're here already. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord, because that is where all of the news and everything happens. And I will see you in a few days' time. Love you guys. Bye. Oh, press the wrong button. There's the squad. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye.